Now, let's see if the other ones. See if we can take this real quick.
Hello?
Hey, this is AJ with AAA. I was giving you a call from Mr. Johnson.
Yes, sir. Phones there with the phone.
I think we're good. Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Test, test, test. Yeah, okay, we're good. All right, that was bizarre. We're kicking this back off
We're
again.
back on now.
Yeah. Dude, that was wild. Like, I've never had that happen before. I've had a bunch of other weird audio things go on, but not that one. So
cool.
For those of you who missed the intro and stuff, Anthony Bennett with Campfire Moto Stories. Thanks for my sponsors, MX201 Track Design, Hard Knocks Racing, Innovative Mechanical LLC. We talked a little bit about Jose and I's first time meeting, where he blew a stop sign and we were making fun of this Puerto Rican terrible Florida driver, and then it turns out he was pulling into our shop to work with us. So that was pretty funny to run into that. And then really we didn't get too far into it other than that. So yeah, man,
stay right there.
If you do want to hear the full beginning of the show, I do put the audios on podcasts. I also was going to encourage anybody who might have some good stories they want to tell us about Jose. The phone number is 844-789-2367. Share them with us or call in and just be part of the show. All right, so I honestly can't believe that freaking happened. Technology. I was telling you before we started that I had no idea what I was doing with this show and had to learn all of it on my own. So
yeah, well, you're doing good, bro.
Yeah,
doing good. No, a lot more.
Like I said, I blame you that this happened. Fucking Puerto Ricans, man.
And I blame the Puerto Rican, for sure. That's good.
All right, so how did you get your early start into like motorcycles and stuff? Was it in PR or was it?
Yeah, it was in Puerto Rico. We used to live in a town called Caguas. That's where we lived most of our lives there. We grew up, and then, we used to go to school like an hour away, and used to have some friends that used to have like some C50s in the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I kind of went for like a birthday one day, and they let everybody jump on the little C50 around like a gated community.
Okay.
We're hanging out the birthday, everybody. So, man, I fell in love with that, and then told my mom, man, like, we need to get a bike. But she's always like, nah, they're too dangerous. You're not going to get it.
The typical mom.
And then she ended up, for like one Christmas, she ended up buying me and my brother like some scooters. And then, yeah.
Like Honda Sprees or something like that?
Chinatown stuff by that day. I wish it was some Honda stuff, but yeah, but they were cool. They did their job, some 52 strokes, and we just whoop around the neighborhoods and stuff, always tearing up some stuff. And then, to one day, it was like a holiday or something, like, we were out of school. Me and my bro was racing around the neighborhood, and we, we're like going just straight away. We decided to race there, and he ended up blowing a stop sign and ran against a car. And
oh, shit.
Ended up like flying on the air, broke his femur. I got taken in the ambulance to the hospital. I was unconscious and everything. So
Jeez.
that put more tension on the motorcycle stuff, 'cause that was it. That was it. They was like, yeah, I told you guys it was dangerous, but I mean, it still didn't took us away from that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was our fault kind of way, but scary, and at the same time, we made it through. And I think from that time, it's like I always had a passion for it, and so went from that to having like a '89 RM80.
Okay.
That was my first little dirt bike there. And yes, I bought it broken up, top end was clapped out, and we ended up fixing it. Somebody ended up actually, because I went in mechanic. I was probably like, by that time, I was probably like 14 years old, so 13, 14. So I didn't have no. So everybody in Puerto Rico says they're mechanics. There's some good ones. And there's some that says they know what to do. Yeah, probably like me. So, I had some neighbors that says, hey, no, I put a piston in that. And then I put in a bicycle piston. He ended up putting the piston backwards.
I was just about to say that. Blew up the bottom end.
He fucking scratched the cylinder. We just sent to get homed out and get bore out.
Jeez.
Had to get another piston, bore out the cylinder again. All of that kind of good stuff. It was weird, I was so mad because we had to like pull the dirt bike with a rope to get it started.
Oh shit!
They didn't want to fucking get going, So, and then I was like, man, this thing has no balls. What the fuck is going on with it, And then so find out it was backwards, and then I went from there, and was there in PR till I was 16, kind of 17 years old. I already knew that that's kind of what I wanted to do. Then happens to be my dad, he needed a kidney transplant, so we ended up getting a call from a hospital in like Miami, and we ended up moving out there, and he got a kidney, and they he got a kidney.
Really?
Yeah, that's how we moved to the States, and they saved his life, man. He was already plugged into a dialysis machine and everything, so it's kind of like he had no life out there, man. He was had nothing, but he was just gonna die, and he wasn't gonna be anything good out there. And they saved his life back in, like I said, 99, 2000.
Oh shit!
Been here ever since. And then after that, that's where we moved to Orlando. I went to MMI, where I started everything out there.
So what was that, like a few years? Then you were like 18, went to MMI?
Yeah, 17 still.
Oh really? They let you start that young?
Yeah, like because I was already in high school. Like 17, I wasn't 18 yet when I moved. And so I was about to be 18 next year. So, it's just about as soon as you graduate from high school.
Yeah, they'll take you.
And it was so bad because like I moved to the States. I know no fucking English, no nothing. I know nothing but like hamburger and hot dog. That's the only thing I knew
it's not
about.
Much better now, but
I'm still struggling with it. And still, got my Spanglish going on. Which,
dude, that just reminded me of some of the shit you would write down on the ROs. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You can't even understand what I was saying, right? And
what part do you need me to order? And you tell me, I'd be like, funny, bro, that's not how you spell that.
No, it's not. But and by that time, it was probably even worse because, like I said, like I went to MMI, but MMI is not really about you like taking riding classes, right?
Yeah.
And then, the time I was in high school, I was already in the States my senior year, like halfway through, like Christmas time. So that's when I
got out.
Came over here, so I was barely in school, like half a semester here, so half a year.
Was the credits easy to like transfer over?
I was so glad because when I moved to the States, I already had like 14 credits.
Oh, really? So it was that easy.
Somehow the school that I was in PR, it was like a military school because I always wanted to be in the military. So I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And my mom, man, like she always got me in a, like private military school, and it was like, like bilingual and everything. So, it's one of the good schools out there.
No shit, that's cool.
Yeah, so I had most of the credits. The only credits that I had was like, of course, like, like social, like, like United States social thing, and then economics, like 3 last credits that we needed to graduate.
Because I'm guessing they didn't have those out there.
Because they all have like the story of of Puerto Rico, like the you know how it was created, like Cristobal Colon and all that. But they didn't have like the actual USA story of it. So it's just some classes that don't translate over there.
So with MMI, because I've had a few people on the show who have been through that, and there's mixed feelings on it.
There is.
Yeah.
Right.
What was your experience like there?
My experience was, I liked it. It was because first my dad always kind of wanted me to be an engineer.
Okay.
Because he wanted me to go, the big route. Go to university, stay there for the 4 years, and like I was always like, that's not what I want to do, you know. So, so I decided to go with the technical side of it, which was great because, always have a little experience because I already watched my friends, my mechanics from Puerto Rico. I was always around it.
Yeah.
And so
you eventually figured out who was the actual good mechanics when you're still there and learned from them. Yeah.
Then I get here to the States and I was like, well, my mom was like, so we already knew what I wanted, where I wanted to go. They had some brochures over there at the school in Puerto Rico from the States already.
Oh, really?
Offering MMI.
No shit.
So like people didn't want to go to the colleges over there. Hey, like take a flight over there and this and stuff. So I already got a brochure. So anyways, took a year there and met a lot of people. Of course, it's so much different, like you're going to school there. Everything is about the testing. It's about more lecture wise, theory kind of thing, because you're like in a classroom. And I wish it was more hands-on most of the time, because I think that's the only way that you get the hang of it. There was most of the time, there was the all straight A's, 4.0 kind of kids there, and they like, they always show them, look, these guys are the best in the class, and then you tell them to work or something,
and they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Do anything.
Yeah, I remember when Heath was working with us, he told us that like the guy that was like the valedictorian, like could barely turn a fucking wrench, but like he was just the test taker kind of thing.
So it was that kind of way, and then there was. And then there was the aspect part of being in like college, because we still went party with the other guys. It's still like, cause we're not leaving there, cause mom used to live in Orlando, so I go to mom's house every day, and then I go to school next day. So I didn't have to like stay in. Most of the other guys were like come out of state, so they had to like find a roommate, get a rental place, or like leave with someone that you don't know. Hell, there was some people used to be in the class that says, hey, you're like smoking weed here. This guy called the cops and kind of those things, So it was always a situation because you don't know who you're going to get with. And not everybody's going to like you, So part of it. But so it was kind of like, I loved it, man. And there was the other part of me that didn't like, because they sell you the stuff. They told you, hey, after you graduate, we're gonna find you a job, and you don't worry about it.
Dude, how many of those dudes do we run through at Freedom? Right? Like they would come and then they like go change a tire. I
can't do it.
Yeah,
and that part of it is kind of like frustrating me because, I'm living in mom's house. I'm still only like 17, going 18 years old, so can't afford. Like going towards another state, because they were like, yeah, we'll find you a job here. Like, wait, you gotta move like 3-4 hours away. You gotta get a place.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not going anywhere. I mean, I got it good at home. Like, I'm not ready to leave mom.
Orlando's got plenty of dealerships that you should be able to find one there.
And then one thing with that is like everything is saturated around there.
Yeah.
Because everybody that graduates from there was trying to get a job around there. So this, like, until one day, like, I went to the Kissimmee dealership, and they They did me so wrong, man. They like made me go get transcripts, go get all this crap. The manager's an idiot. He made me go get transcripts from school and all that stuff. Like all the paperwork was what you needed to let me have a job because I didn't have no experience. I hadn't even get a job yet. And so he made me do all this and then never hired me and everything.
No
And I was
shit.
like, dude, like,
Was that like Kissimmee Motorsports or whatever? Yeah, that was like a Cowie dealer.
Yeah, no, like the one in front of her. It used to be like a Sea-Doo Yamaha right across the street from there. Yes, Kissimmee was right in front of us. The cow
What
was
was
like
the name of that one? I can't remember.
forgot.
Yeah.
But it was right across the street from there. And then, you know, all that, oh, go get this and go get that. Yeah, I might give you, but you got to start, you know, as an entry-level tech and all that. And I'm like, well, whatever. I'll take the opportunity.
Okay.
That's all I need.
I mean, a lot of, I feel like Chris Muffin.
Yeah, Muffin.
Yeah, he did it the right way. Like, he was working in school
right?
and just sweeping the floors and doing porter stuff, right? Like, I feel like,
I think that's how you start.
yeah.
Can't just go from zero to no, you know, in the start. But
Fucking master tech, yeah.
I think that, you know, that's what it was. And then he made me do all that, never gave me a job. And then I was like, whoa, you know, like, can't find a job around here. So, you know, I was just working in Cracker Barrel, man. Like, gotta pay my bills, can't do anything else. And now it's already 3 years after I graduated. I kind of thought it was over with me. And I was like, damn, never gonna get a job and that. Just kind of like, I thought it was like a waste of time, you know. And then so I had this girl, and I told her one day, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go look at this motorcycle on some junkyard, like Pompano Beach or something. So we drove from like Kissimmee all the way out there to look at this R1 that they said that they had at the junkyard. I was like $2,500. When I get there, it's like a frame and a motor. It's no wheels on it. There's no electronics, nothing. I like, dude, you make me waste my time coming out here.
Well, that was before like Facebook Marketplace where you'd have
Any
pictures
other stuff,
or that.
nothing, dude. So
I mean, where'd you even find it? Because that's before
Because
Craigslist.
I knew like Pompano Beach. So because I hadn't gotten some parts from there before. And so, I called over there and said, yeah, we got this. And it should be okay for you to be like, I wasn't expecting that. So we traveled out there, and then it wasn't what I wanted. And then I was like, it's all freaking mad and shit. I got to go drive back home. So on the way back, that's where we stopped in Melbourne. And I never been in Melbourne. So I told her, I like this town over here in the beach. It's got to be something around here. Let's go over there. And it's I was in a gas station there, and I told the guy, it's got like a motorcycle dealership or anything around here. And he's like, yeah, it's one brand new one here. I made it over there, and then, try to buy a Gixxer over there. And then, the dude says, hey, man, we can't give you the Gixxer. Credit is messed up. We can't do it. I said, well, man, you can't do that Gixxer. Can you give me a job? And he's like, job? What do you do? And I was like, man, I'm a mechanic. He's like, well, man, I'm gonna get you the manager right now. And I was like, and I ended up getting that other job.
That's
man. That was
funny.
The first people right in Melbourne. It's called House of Power.
Oh, I do remember that.
Power, right in Melbourne, Florida. Gave me the first job back in 2003, man. And so, it was a lot of good stories out of there. Sent me over here actually to Kennesaw, to Yamaha School, because we used to do jet boats out there, and the river, and the Banana River, and the beaches there. Where the beach and the river comes together, the inlet was there. And so they always sent me with jet boats out there. Like they said, hey, don't come back until it's good, and we stay out there crashing the hell out of it, jumping waves. I mean, what was that? They sent me with a truck, and we always had a good time. Those were the first people, man. Like, I'm so glad they gave me the shot, and I'm here still, man. Doing it every day, man. So that's what it is, man. That's what it's all about. So.
Dude, that's pretty crazy. And I don't even know if you really remember that I'm from Tampa.
Yeah. I was gonna sell at Barney's, right?
Yeah. And my parents actually met in Deerfield Beach, like high school. They've been together since high school down there. So Pompano's right next to Deerfield. And then you got Miami just a little bit further down.
Yeah.
What's the other one? The fucking bougie one? Baton or Boca Raton.
Boca Raton.
Yeah. Dude, they have fucking what's it called? Valet service at Publix's.
Really?
Yeah.
All the way in like Miami?
In Boca Raton.
In Boca?
Yeah.
I haven't been down. Man, I was telling my mom, I was like, we just got like a 26-foot cutter cabin boat, like a big fishing boat.
No shit.
And we want to go to the Keys and fish out there, man. I got the truck to tow it now. So,
dude, there's some.
I haven't been in the Keys and down there in such a long time.
My cousin used to do a trip with a boat like that, and it was somewhere from Florida. You'd fill up, and then you could get to one of the Keys or not the Keys, one of the like Caribbean islands from there. And fill up there and come back. But if you catch it the wrong time, you're in some freaking gnarly stuff.
And that's what it is, too. I'm not a captain or anything like that. I don't want to, go try. I think I started in the, where it's not that many waves, the Keys down there, the low Keys, or somewhere. I really just start and then go from there. I mean, because, like I said, I got sonar and I got all the goodies in the boat, man. Like, it's a deep-sea fishing boat for, like, a robalo. So it's like a nice big boat, and it's just I want to get into that, man. It's part of it this year. It's on my bucket list for sure.
Dude, one of my best friends from high school, still good friend today. He literally he's my Honduran friend. Like his mom's Puerto Rican, but his dad's Honduras, and he's like, I thought I was your only Puerto Rican friend.
You got more than one, I guess, right? That's for sure.
Well, what's some of the stuff from Freedom that I wanted to bring up? What is your earliest memory of me from Freedom?
Well,
was there anything that stands out from the first kind of stuff?
It was I think it was that KLX on 10 you had. We used to warp around there. And we used to go there, and we used to do time trials around there,
dude.
And I remember
I still have it.
Coming out of the.
You put the trailer.
I crashed my brains out over there, dude. I washed out so hard, and it wasn't even in the truck. I was coming out of the
little jump onto the asphalt.
Asphalt, dude. I ate shit over there, bro.
I remember that was such a weird time because we were actually busy, and we just had a drop off.
I think it was like the recession.
It was, but it was the first time we felt it because we in the service department, we were still slammed with just small repairs. People were buying Vespas because gas prices were $4.50, $5, so it was going crazy.
Really crazy.
Yeah, so we were always still busy. People were fixing up bikes just so they could ride them to work.
Right.
And then, we had a sudden drop off, and I had my bike there, and I remember it was kind of muddy too.
Yeah.
And Opie was there.
Opie,
And Heath was there.
Yeah.
Dr. Doug.
Yeah.
And then I told you guys, I was like, guys, I've got nothing. I was like, just go fuck off on my pit bike. And you guys were just mobbing, which sucked because I still had to be there as assistant service manager, answer the phones, try to get work, process all the shit. So I'm looking out the windows and I'm like, fuck, these guys are just having the time of their life, and I'm having to fucking work still. And then, then you come in all wadded up. Opie's covered in mud head to toe.
It's raining,
his son was young, like 2 years old at the time. I remember he went home covered in mud. His wife looks at him, looks at the kid, and she goes, "Name." Yeah. You got to watch the show that I did with Opie. It'll bring back a lot of good memories.
I didn't. Yeah, that shit. Watch it, man. I'm gonna start watching some more episodes now that I wanted to kind of get caught up in it. Yeah.
Just what I do is I put the I use Podbean, but there's Spotify, iHeartRadio, all of them, and I'll just play it while I'm working and just listen to it. Because I can't watch the shit on YouTube, but I'll listen to it, kind of thing.
All right.
Dude, I don't even remember his full name. He gave himself the name Dr. Doug.
Dr. Doug.
And
he got fired right away, bro.
Yeah, because
his mouth was just too much.
Yeah, he was running his mouth, and it was at the drop off, and he had just come from, I think it was Bartow Power Sports.
Bartow, yeah.
And he was telling somebody,
it's telling me actually.
He was running his mouth to everybody about how me and Jimmy suck and he could run this place. And then Jimmy just fucking fired his ass. I was like, cool. But do you remember what he stole? I still remember it to this day.
Why did he took
the I don't even know the name of it because I've never owned one.
Yeah.
It's what you need to put nitrogen in a shock.
Oh yeah.
Because we had bought all the specialty tools,
for
and
the
he did his shock,
Yeah, yeah.
and then he got fired,
he was
and
doing
then it was disappeared,
Yeah,
and we were
yeah.
like, "Fuck!"
He was doing it.
He took his.
Oh
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I forgot about
crazy.
that guy for the longest
Dr.
time.
Dog. Awesome.
I feel like it would have been okay. He
Yeah.
was probably an okay guy, but he just happened to come at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Like when it just fell
You know
off.
what the craziest thing is? Remember those blue toolboxes we had over there?
Oh, yeah.
I got that box at home
Still?
right now.
How'd you get it?
That's like a little deal I did with these people when Dustin.
Oh, when Mountain
them
bought
out.
it. Yeah.
So I ended up buying the box from there, and I like kept it and took it home though. So.
You know what's funny? I told you I broke my wrist New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
It was Dustin's son that stopped on the top of the jump to keep other people from like jumping on me.
All
I
right.
hadn't seen Dustin in so long.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just happened to be like, "Is that Dustin?" I was going to talk to him, try to get him on the show.
Right.
And then went out. That happened. And then
Yeah.
I went up to him, my wrist all taped up, went and talked to him for a little bit.
Well,
and he was like,
I was Dad's house over here the other day.
"Dude, it's like
They
400
right there.
feet away."
I was there.
Yeah.
Picking up you wouldn't believe it was like they called me and it says, "Hey, Dad's got this Honda forward over here," and every time they got something like that, they like call me, Jose, fix it up, sell it. And I go over there, it's like, Daddy don't use that, take it. And it's like a 2004 Foreman 450.
The one that was in the little blue shed right
Yeah.
behind the house? Yeah.
And dude, this thing was mint.
Yeah.
Like, it just came out of the showroom floor, dude. Like, and it even lasted a day. Somebody just came and snatched it out. It was so clean, dude. Like, I couldn't believe it, what it looked like, dude. Because, I mean, those people take care of their stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's always in like stored indoors and that kind of
there's
stuff.
such a nice people, man. Like, those people right there, man. Like, you know, Dustin Dad used to, my car, my little red Civic was like, I crashed it, so it was in the shop. They were painting. He'll come pick me up at my house, take me back and forth every day from work. You know, those people really like help me out along the ways, man. They're good people for sure.
Yep. No, I want to try to get him and Phil on. I feel like they'd have some amazing stories.
Man. Yes, sir.
So, one thing that I know you were pissed about working at Freedom was when Heath took you out in one of the new Razor 800s when they first came out. Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah.
And his dumbass did fucking donuts.
Yeah.
And fucking rolled over and flipped it.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy made you and Heath fucking pay for the parts to fix it up. And I always was kind of like, that wasn't Jose's fault.
Yeah. I mean,
like, we
he
knew
made
whose
me
fault
so much pay for that shit. He paid for this shit because
Did he end up paying for it? I thought you did.
Yeah, no,
or was it he paid for the parts and you fixed it?
Right, we ended up fixing it, but I was just a passenger on the thing. And I wasn't even driving it, but it's kind of one of those things. And, I mean, that kind of reminds you. And that's why sometimes people get mad at me because I'm always got this damn policy. Says, because, you know, back in Puerto Rico, my grandma bought me a brand new 300 EX when they first came out in like 99.
Oh, yeah, the Hondas, right after the 250s.
Right.
Dude, you got the good ones because the 250s, you had to kick them forward.
Right.
And it was a nightmare.
300 electric start.
Brand new.
And dude, everybody, it was like the four-wheeler out the neighborhood. Everybody, all my friends, like, let me get on it. Next thing you know, rolling down the mountain like nothing. It was like it's a taxi. Everybody, and then everybody's like, "Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Something happens," and nobody.
And it's just fucking mangled at that point.
It was flipping trash in a month, and as a brand new, was still paying for it. Like, so now, all my friends get mad. Oh, Jose, you never let me borrow shit. No, I'm never gonna let you borrow. Like, if I have some stuff laying around the shop that is all beat up, it's just sitting there. Hey, go ahead, like, fix it up. Get it conk up, go. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't cost me anything. It's there. But if it's my stuff, my stuff is sitting in the corner over there. Nobody's touching it.
You got the keys locked up.
I don't care, dude. Like, you're not. And they're like, yeah, man, I let everybody borrow it, but that's you. It's not my problem. They get mad. It's like, oh, so you never let nobody borrow? No, I'm not. That's not my problem, man. I work hard for it.
Yeah.
They don't understand that. They get so mad, dude.
See, what's funny is I always have the opposite view, and I'm the one that'll let people ride my shit.
Right.
The only reason is there's no way they can fuck it up worse than I'm gonna fuck it up.
So you're gonna fuck it up, they can fuck it up, so it's okay.
Yeah, because I'm gonna do way more shit to that thing than anything else.
Yes, sir.
One of your buddies said, "Shout out from Orlando UPS Life." Did you have to work at UPS too?
That's my son's uncle, actually.
Javina?
Yeah, Jovino.
Sorry, I forgot the J was the H noise. That's
Saludos
right.
to Jovino. Man, shout out. Man, we're drinking whiskeycito right here, Jovino. Shout out to you.
All right, what's some of the other stuff at Freedom that I wrote down? Were you there for the crash?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember?
Of course I was there.
That was Opie's first day.
Was it?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I wouldn't even think it was his first day.
It was his first day.
That was where the helicopter landed over there.
Yeah, in the fucking
in the parking lot.
No, on 41.
Right, 41,
right in front of the shop.
It was at the end of the day too. We're like, oh my god.
What I remember about it too is that was when we got the dyno. So Chip's putting the dyno together. All this shit's going on. We're dead in the service department.
Right. Nobody's there.
Open house. Nobody's coming in for that.
Yeah,
everybody's outside. And then just was like, wow, what happened? Fucking ambulances. Yeah, that was fucking wild. Do you remember anything or any stories from that day? Anything happened with you on that?
Well, no. I mean, I was just most of the time I was going out there and kind of looking, and I saw Dad take the bike out over there and was rolling some burnouts around there. But, I was like, yeah, I just go inside. Yeah, because I can't be outside all day long out there. You got to try to look like you're working. So I went inside and then I hear the roar. He's just rolling burnouts. And next thing you know, damn. But hey, I'm not those type of guys because I don't know, I'm scared of the blood. I'm scared of that type of shit there. If I want to be a doctor, that's not my thing. You
fix bikes where they'll leak oil, right?
But not when I see red, and I'm like, not on that. So
yeah, well, I'm the opposite, and I'm like, somebody's fucked up. Let me try to help. Dude, I moved the bike out of the way for the ambulance to get in. I had to deal with lawyers for years from that. For real. I'd get calls from the lawyers and all kinds of shit.
I couldn't believe that though.
All because my name was in the report.
In the report.
Because I moved the bike, and then they were freaking out. They made it like I was trying to mess with the scene of the crime.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
you're trying to clean it up.
I'm trying to move shit out of the way for the fucking people to get to the hurt girl and the dude who's unconscious.
So bad, dude. That's so bad.
Yeah, that was freaking wild.
Because that's like, one of my. And this is like a crazy story because back when I moved from Puerto Rico to the States, we're working in in high school and stuff, and we had the four-wheeler, and then Mom was like, oh, we gotta go to Miami with your dad. He's gotta go get checked up with the doctors and stuff. And so me and my friends ended up taking the four-wheeler. We're out there riding all day. We're off from school. It was a day off from school. And then next thing you know, I happened to the end of the day, I happened to try to jump this jump, and I took it the wrong way. This 300EX I was telling you about, we brought it from Puerto Rico to the States, and we ended up.
How the hell did you get it here?
Then the moving company.
No shit.
We took it in the boat, and
I'm not gonna lie. I was really hoping you were gonna tell me you put it on the boat where you snuck over on or something.
No. It was the Mayflower company. That's what it's called. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember them.
So they ended up bringing it. So we're riding out there.
Hand me one of those cup holders.
Yeah, and then so I took this jump, and it's kicked me sideways. And so I went off the side of the four-wheeler, and my leg gets cut up on the foot peg of the where the big sharp teeth where you.
So did you have the Nerf net?
No. Oh. Well, I had the plastic stock piece
in the back, but you didn't have the nets in the front.
Oh,
that's
so
where you fucked up.
my leg got cut up there.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize I got I got up
the back of the calf.
Right. And got up. Next thing you know, and I'm shut up, bleeding there.
Oh,
My
God.
leg is like, feel like loose. Like, dude, I got the scar from my here to here, dude.
Oh.
They had to like call
Take your pants off and show me.
they had to like call the helicopter and everything, so the ambulance had to land it over there,
No
right
shit.
in the back neighborhood of my house there, and take me to Orlando Regional. There, because we're like in Poinciana, so it's not really like a big town. Now there's hospitals and stuff there, but before
Back then there wasn't.
backing up.
Yeah.
So they do where it's like I thought I was losing my leg and everything, because like it's so bad I could see everything in there. Though it's so crazy. And then outside, it's such a crazy story because my bro was there, and like he did like a like a tourniquet kind of thing.
Yeah. As tight as it can go. Yeah,
But
yeah.
he took my shirt off, wrap it up there,
Is
and
the older brother, I'm guessing?
now I was younger.
No shit.
Yeah,
That's pretty
yeah,
good for your younger brother to
man,
think about
it's like
that.
MacGyver shit. That's it. And he did that shit, dude. If it's not for that, I would be bleeding to death out there. That's crazy. It's one of those crazy stories for sure. But yeah, took a helicopter right to the hospital, and then they put the staples over there because it was like a big shortcut. And then probably a couple of weeks later, I couldn't go to school, but I was still getting the forwarder. One-legged, around the neighborhood and stuff.
I'm guessing you were side saddle so you could shift.
Yeah, I still get on it. My mom's like, Nino, get out of there. Get off the forwarder. And she's like, no, like, Mom, I'm not getting off of it. It's still getting. It's one of those things, I sometimes when it's something you like to do, you always wanted to keep doing it. And so, until, who knows, thank God, everything is straight, but, there's some moments that you might not be able to do it, but if that's what you love to do, then you keep doing it. How many crutches?
I was going to say, you don't have to tell me, dude.
I remember when you come with the, limping over there with the muletas over there, with the fucking, what do they call it?
Crutches.
The crutches, yeah. Yeah, you be like every weekend, you be out there, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, because I remember that was one of the biggest things with the balloons. They were like calling you in the office, Anthony, you always.
That's why I quit.
Yeah, you always hurt.
Yeah, they were like,
because you gotta like give up. You gotta give up racing or something. They would tell you, right?
Well, yeah, I would come in hobbling every now and then.
Yeah.
But it wasn't too often. I was on crutches.
Right.
And I broke my arm. Actually, that plate, I broke it like a few months after being here.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a big deal. I'm in a cast for 2 months.
Yeah.
But
so
then,
you're still there, right?
No. So the story with that too is I found that the rest of the stuff after.
Yeah.
Because they had already sold to the other guy.
Right.
Williams?
The Wilhelms.
Yeah. And they were on their way out.
Yeah, they were.
So they were looking for a reason to get me out because they knew I was going to take over the service department. And then when they got booted out, the new guy tried to bring me back in like 3 times, and I was just like,
tell him no.
I was like, no, dude. Like, well, I told him what I wanted.
Yeah.
And then he wouldn't commit to it. He was trying to do this sly, like, I just need to know you're on board. And I'm like, no. I need you to agree to these terms. And he would never do it. So I was like, I'm out. But yeah, he was used that as an excuse to like get me out of there.
Okay.
But
yeah, it's a part of the story, right?
Yeah.
I think it's always a story. It's always a story to it.
Yeah.
And the kitten dealer you went, right?
Kitten dealer,
the kitten dealer.
Yep.
It's funny because I got some good customers. We call them the gypsies, and they know all the dealerships, right? They own, like over there. What is that? That exit after Cabela's over there, off of 75.
Mm-hmm.
Like you take Aqua, like instead of like taking towards the lake, you take the other side. That green something.
Oh, they changed the name recently.
It's not the exit after Cabela's of 75.
Yeah. It used to be Wade Green Road, but it's something else now. I can't remember the name of it now, but yeah.
Well, if you take a ride, all the way to the top there, where a stop sign, and they own like corner to corner where they all live there.
Oh, no shit. I know the area you're talking about.
Yeah, and I mean, they're kind of one of my best customers. And I mean, it's kind of hard because you got to know how to deal with them. It's like there's, like I was saying, it's like, no, they don't let anybody deal with it. They used to come to the dealer and they, buy everything. And this first weekend out there, they tear everything up. And they bring it back. And then I fix everything. And like, we become like good to, like they're my good friend, my good customer, not friends, but yeah, we like, yeah, they're good peoples, and it's just hard because like the little ones were like little by then, and now they,
now they're old and destroy all the shit too.
And then they used to treat you like they could talk to you like they're adults, and you like couldn't tell them too much. Let me talk to your dad. Like, what are you doing telling me?
I'm trying to remember what you used to tell me of, and it was like a bunch of guys that would ride dirt bikes, and you're like, dude, they were my favorite customers. I wonder if that's the same people you're talking about.
Yeah.
But they're from, where are they from?
Yeah, they're called gypsies, but they're like forgot. You gotta like Google that out.
They're you said some name.
They're like mixed. I forgot what they put out. Like, you Google them, they're all the only gypsies, right? Everybody knows them, man. But they own everything out there. They got like the whole colonial thing going out there.
I'm gonna have to just make a drive out there to see what you're talking about.
I'm telling you, from corner to corner. I mean, mom and dad lives here. They got campers right behind their properties. They're actually like married between like
families
and shit. You can't break the blood there. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of thing there. You know what I'm saying?
You might get in trouble with your customers. You might want to back it down a little bit.
We're all right. We're all right.
Well, hell, that leads me into the next part of what I was going to talk about, unless there was any freedom stuff I could kind of remember about. But like, yeah, first off, say the name of your shop.
Yes, my name of my shop is called Boricua Motorsports. Boricua. So Boricua stands for Puerto Rican. It's like a kind of
Wasn't there like a late '90s rap song that said that?
Boricua. Yeah, like that's Fat Joe.
Fat Joe. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Fat Joe. Yeah.
So you named it after a Fat Joe?
No, I did
not.
No, sir. No, but I was kind of like trying to like think about names. I'll think about names of what I wanted to name it, and I was like, well, I'm Puerto Rican, so what I call it Boricua. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's been great. I mean, I wouldn't change it for anything in my life. I mean, it's best thing I ever did. I've been 6 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say it felt like six or 7 years.
6 years and counting. I got 3 employees. They barely show up to work, but but they still come in, and I just let them work whenever they want to work.
Yeah,
I work every day. I gotta work. Like whoever tells me that owning a business is easier than working like a 9-to-5 job every day is crazy.
Yeah,
because it's the total opposite. Like you work more.
Yep.
You work. I work
all
7 days a week. There's people calling me and like, they don't respect your phone. They call you at 10 at night. They're like, hey, they expect you to pick up the phone. They don't want you to know.
You just need to get a shop phone then.
That's what I was thinking, but since everybody knows my phone already, like,
you can forward it.
Man, maybe I just need to get a phone for myself outside and leave that too. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got a second phone, so
you get your second phone number and you text your people, your real peeps,
right? So it's just
this is my new number. Don't call the other one.
Don't call the other one, so you can reach me in this one out.
Yeah.
So
So actually, with like the phone system that I have in here, I think you can actually give that phone number to it.
Okay.
So then you have like an internet phone.
Like a take messages over there or something.
Yeah, that would be setting that up. And it's cheap. It's like $20 a month, $30 a month. It's not much.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, the phone line's still open if anybody wants to call in and talk any shit on him.
Hey, call in. I want to hear all the shit talk you guys gonna do.
All right, so yeah, I mean, what would you say like your specialty is?
Well, I think my specialty is everything to me. Cause more I call it my specialty. What I think is my specialty is Polaris. I love my Polaris.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like to deal with it. They say they junk. They kind of they said it's not a Japanese brand. They don't like it, but that's kind of my bread and butter.
Yeah.
I could look at them and I buy at the auction a lot, and I buy and I sell, and I buy everything off pictures because I'm not.
You know enough to look at one where you can be like, yeah, I'm that way with dirt bikes. Yeah, yeah.
So because I could go to the auction right here in Ackler and I could try to look through there, but if there's nothing there, then I don't find anything. So most of the stuff is
Texas.
I go Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
I go all the Midwest. So I go Dallas, Texas, Arkansas.
Yeah.
I go Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri, St. Louis, all that area there, all the way to to the South Carolina, North Carolina. I go Florida a lot. There's so many times that and that's just what sometimes I get people that like don't know what we actually sometimes what you do to make money, because I told my mom and dad, and not my mom and dad, but I have everybody in the truck. And I just tell Grandpa's 93 years old. And I get them there. They love taking trips. And we halfway here, we're driving all day. We're staying on the rest area. We're staying in there 4 or 5 hours sleep just so we get the nap going on and keep driving. And we driving all day. And wow, everybody, you know what I'm saying? So it's you do what it takes to make the money, but not everybody knows what it takes. So it's crazy. But yeah, it's fun stories of that. I mean, Grandma, because Grandma, Grandpa's 93. He's always doing stuff with me at home.
Yeah.
After he loves being at the shop. He's always walking, taking the trash out, take shots with me.
Yeah, you just got to keep busy.
Yeah. Take shots with me. Bacardi. He loves Bacardi. Shout out to Grandpa right there. Love you, Grandpa. But yeah, he's always cool. Take shots. He's always moving. Like the day that he's not moving, no, it's not right up for him, because we had him out here one day, and like one of his arteries, like
is that Grandpa right there?
Yeah, that's it. That's Grandpa right there. Shout out to Grandpa.
I thought I had a picture of him.
Shout out to Grandpa right there. Yeah,
so they can see this right now too.
Yeah, so
I pulled a few pictures.
Yeah, so that's cool. Thanks to you, man, for having me and everything. So Grandpa's 93, and then he loves the Bacardi. We take some shots there and stuff, but he's everything, man. Like he has taught me a lot. He's still here, and then he try to help me every time. And he's like, he knows a lot about car parts, because he used to run a car part store in Puerto Rico for the longest time, though. So he could tell you back in the day, like 1950.
Dude, you should have brought him in with you.
I would choose out here, and it would be fun as hell. But yeah, he could tell you a lot of everything, and he's always looking, cause I don't think it's the same anymore. Cause now most of the time, trying to check something out, and you check it out, and if the part's not here, you try to find it here and try to find it there, but then oh man, I need it done today or whatever next day. We'll try to make it work somehow. We break something up.
Yep.
But no more. It's like you wait on the part, and he's always about that. He's always like, hey, back in the day, we could have done something. Let's make it work. Put it on the press over here. We'll pull on that.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing about that is it'll only work for an hour or two. So then you have to go right back and do the same fucking job when it makes more sense to wait for the part.
I think more of that is depending on what it is, because you can do that sometimes in little stuff, but you can't make it in a motor job. You can't make it in this stuff, so it's just kind of varies. But he's always so cool. He's back at this age, a ball bearing is like 20 cents. I'm like, 20 cents, grandpa? Well, 20 cents back in the day was a lot. Not no more, you know what I'm saying? Like 20 cents is nothing.
Are you like, I mean, hold on. Women couldn't even vote when you were born. Just slow down, okay?
That's so funny.
Let's see, some of the other things that I had on here with you. You already talked about the biggest challenges. Oh, like, what's this, like, the sketchiest thing you ended up buying at an auction? Can you think of one thing?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I just did one. And Grandpa was even surprised because I bought so much shit. I've been doing it already 6 years. I went from buying and selling 2 things a year to buying 25, 30 every year.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So that's how, like, you know, everything evolved. So Grandpa's seen it all. And Grandpa's like, he saw a general the other day I bought. And I bought for like 2,500. It was like an 18. And the whole front was smashed. It was like, I don't get the stories of what happened to this stuff because I buy it at an insurance auction. So it's not, you can't really get the report on it. You might know somebody had lost their life or somebody what happened. I mean, I don't get the report, but Grandpa was like, man, this one scared me, dude. Like, this one, like, that's how bad it was. And literally, I got it in 4 wheels. It's already like driving. And I was like, what? How do you do that? He's like, he called it the factory, the Flash factory. So, cause man, I make it work, man. I like.
So was he scared that it's like haunted?
No,
how bad
I don't think he's scared it's haunted. I think like he looked at it and see how bad it was, like how smashed it was.
And he was like, "There's no way.
There's no way." And I was like, "Well, I already did my homework because right before I buy it, I was because some of them, you know, you could take some players depending on the year. You gotta swap the whole frame. If it's like I swap frames, but some of the other ones is like you swap the front half. So it's not like the whole part.
Frame, yeah.
So it's like the
it's almost like a subframe in the front.
Subframe in the front is a halfway to the front. So you got to buy all of it. But I got this place in like Nebraska, and I've been dealing with them for like a long time. They one of the biggest used ATV and part dealers side by side in the world right here. And then I buy, you know, like I say, hey, they know me. It says, Jose's calling the line. They answer the phone. And they like, yeah. So I buy a lot of stuff from them. And they screwed up a lot because I always call them, hey, what do you guys do today? You guys, my part's all fucked up. You guys send me the wrong shit. It's like, I gotta like, you know, they gotta send the stuff back to me and everything. So, you know, and like sometimes I get stuff and like, what is this? It's not even my stuff. Or like they send me a bracket, it's all welded up. And I'm like, you guys didn't even look at this stuff that is all rigged up and welded up for somebody else doing stuff to it because they take stuff apart and then you like box it up and sell it.
Well, yeah, and they're paying some dude like hardly anything to take it apart, label it. Yeah.
Go. It's good to go. Send it. When I get it, they're paying more for shipping and
then the fucking parts worth.
Yeah. So that's it. Yeah.
Well, that's good. You have a good relationship built with them at least.
Yeah, no, I do, man. Like, and they're like, you know, it's good though. Like, I buy a lot of like, I call the guys. I only deal with one guy over there. Like Justin, my guy. And he already like when he picks up the phone, he's like, what are you doing, Jose? Because there's like 7 or 10 people working for the company over there. So it's not just one, but he should, you know, I like if somebody else picked up the phone, I try to like make sure I, you know, tell him is Justin there or something because like I don't like dealing with anybody else because they don't do it right, man. So let's see. But there's that, and but you know, and the thing with the auction is like it's like a hit or miss. You know, like today I bought a Foreman 500 today for $800 today, and I gotta go like West Virginia and pick it up, like a 17, and like, well, you know, it's rolled over a couple times. I haven't even looked at it, so I don't even know. I saw the pictures; it looks okay, but It might be like a toasted frame and everything. The motor's there, and the graphic says, well,
The motor's good. Yeah, the motor's good.
The motor's worth $1,000 right there that you pay for the damn thing. So you know what I'm saying? It's like I said, well, if I can't fix it,
I mean, hell, you could probably find a blown up one in good condition.
So that's kind of like, I just saw it in pictures. Everything looks like it's there. So, and like sometimes with the auction thing is, because, you take it to the dealer. The manager's like, hey, that stuff is total. They're going to take it to make sure to take the computer out. It should take good part.
Yeah,
when it gets to the auction,
it's fucking
gone.
nothing.
There's nothing there. It ain't like, do I got some stuff do I literally bought something here in Atlanta, went there, I touched the frame with my finger, and that thing disintegrated. Like it was coming from like South Carolina from the beach. It was like a beach.
Yeah.
Like a police unit from the beach.
What?
Yeah, like a
it's rusted through like a side-by-side kind of thing.
They put it on the trailer, and I literally was like looking at it like, man, half of this shit is missing. Like the key switch is missing, parts of the motor was missing, the computer, and I let it go over there and touch the frame, and that thing is crumbling apart. And I'm like, oh shit. I do. I'm like, no, hey, take that thing. Take it back in there, bro. I'm running it back to the freaking auction. I not want it.
Yeah.
But I mean, once you buy it, it's yours. You can't just say, I don't want it anymore. You already paid for it. But what you could do is run it
back through the auction. Let somebody else get fucked up.
And that's what it is.
You're probably the third guy before it got to you.
The third guy already got messed up. And then I got so lucky. Like, the first week they ran it, I paid $3,500, I got $3,800. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of deal there.
Yeah.
But not every time it's like that.
Oh yeah.
I ended up buying a Tacoma the other day and I lost like $3,000 in it.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I couldn't get it tighter because they said the frame was rusted and it was a salvaged one, and I fixed it. It looked clean. It was like $120,000. Go get it inspected. The guy says, it's got rust in the bottom. Won't pass. I was like, what do you mean it won't pass? You know how many pieces of crap they're running around
on the road?
And you're like giving me crap because mine is rusted in the bottom, dude.
It's probably surface rust too, right?
Surface rust. It's not falling apart.
Dude, I remember when I was buying my truck, it was a few years after COVID, right?
Right.
Well, all these dealerships are buying vehicles out of Canada, and sending them down here. So even if you look at like the what's the Carfax or whatever, it seems okay
clean
until you realize like, oh, that's not a state I recognize. Then you realize it's Canada. So you ask them for pictures of underneath, and it's just just the whole bottom's just rust.
Yeah,
I remember even one time there was one at the Chevy dealer kind of on Barrett. What is that? Carl Black or whatever?
Carl Black, yeah.
And I just happened to get underneath it.
And look,
I saw it online.
Yeah.
And I happened to be nearby, and I dropped underneath. I think my kid was still in the car, like a baby car seat, right?
Yeah.
So I drop underneath, and I look at it, and I'm like, oh, there's no rust. It looks good. And then I realized they fucking painted the whole thing.
Right, on the spray that they...
because where the things are that hold up the body, that lift it up, they were still rusted.
The body mounts. Messed up.
Yeah, no. Where they lift it to put it on the jack.
Yeah, okay.
And then paint it.
Yeah.
You could tell where it was holding up because everything was black and looked good except where the things were where they couldn't paint.
Wow.
That was like, oh, they're doing some shady shit.
No,
there.
I mean, I think everything is like everything like goes around. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many little cars, like especially like 41, like Cyclops Drive. There's so many little car dealerships. My friend, he runs a tow truck out of there, and I know a couple guys. One of my guys there, he does all the transmissions over that way. So I know a lot of people around there, and you'd be surprised because this guy gets his little car and it runs from one place to the other place, and it just goes like a full circle around. And that's how the auction is.
Yeah.
You see it here. I may bought it today, then it's not good. Take it back through there. Somebody else got it all the way next to you guys. Keep circling around.
Yeah, circle of auction, not circle of life.
Right.
Which I was gonna get into some of the pictures that I stole to talk about some cool projects, but I do gotta say, do you ever have somebody take a picture of you every single picture I tried to find to like make your little thumbnail is a selfie. Like they're all selfies.
I think most of the time
you just break out the phone and you got it.
Yeah, because like if I'm with grandpa right there, you see, I'm taking a picture with him. But like if I'm with my family, like we took some like Christmas pictures, I'm the one taking the pictures.
The picture.
I'm not even in the pictures. I'm not even in them. Like they're right there. So most of the time I have, and then I get baby mama criticizing me. She's like, you suck at taking pictures. And, but I mean, I still take.
I'm the same way. I hate getting pictures taken, and I suck at taking them.
And that's really like one of the things that shocked me one day because I had this girl that I met. She's Venezuelan. I love Venezuelan girls. Shout out to them. Yeah, we went to Disney World, and she was like every little couple steps taking pictures, thinking, like, girl, I hate pictures. It's one of my things. Like, if you take,
I'd rather be in the moment,
right?
enjoying
If you take
it,
a couple
right?
pictures, it's okay. But I mean, you like every little thing. I mean, if you like a special moment, you're taking pictures, it's okay. But like every little, I mean, not for that.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Like,
but it's just something I noticed. I was like, I can
get mad.
Shit on this.
You know what I'm saying? And someone like I just saw like Easter the other day, and I saw everybody taking pictures and everybody doing their stuff, and of course, it's a family day, and I'm more. We did our stuff at home, but it's more like I lived the moment. I was with them.
Yep.
I wasn't taking pictures. I was just there. You know, having the moment.
My mother-in-law is the same way. Every 5
like,
minutes, it's let's take a picture. I'm like, how about we just enjoy life?
Right.
Yeah.
It's just what happens today. You know what I'm saying? So,
like, I'll try to get, if there's, like you said, like, there's an event, 1 or 2 pictures, done.
It's cool.
Enjoy the rest of the shit that's going on.
Yeah.
But with some of the pictures I had, I was wanting to talk about, like, some of the cooler, like, what would you say are some of the cooler projects, or what's some stuff that you had done?
Oh,
like,
dude,
I saw
that was
this
so
one.
badass right
I'm
there.
just going to open them all up, and then we'll just kind of float through
Yeah.
them.
That's my jig. Yo, I some
all right, so let's go back to this one. All right, so
I went in Puerto Rico.
Oh, this is Puerto Rico.
Yeah, it's Puerto Rico right there. That's my good friend Jojo. He used to be my mechanic before I even started being a mechanic. I used to be my mechanic when my little 80 that I was telling you about back in the day. He the one every time I go back to Puerto Rico is my good friend. So when I was there in Puerto Rico, you know, like my mom used to hate it all the time because I always hang out with the older people, the older crowd. I was used to be the young buck, and he had a Civic like my red one, and he had a black one. He always used to, like, you know, we go everywhere. He always used to, like, ride me around. And he used to be the guy that fixes all the cruise bikes. He used to be the mechanic. And then he got really, he used to do it in his garage. He got really serious about going into, like, a hometown, not a dealership, but like a repair shop.
Yeah.
And he met some guy there, because in Puerto Rico and everywhere you go, because I come along the ways, I come stumble some good ass people that you be like amazed how they do their craft, how they do their things, and that's the only people that you like. Because I'm so like glad that along the ways when I started over there in Melbourne, I come across this guy called, his name was like Miller. And like, he used to be the shop foreman. This guy had been doing it for such a long time. He, like, there's like the head guy. Like, I mean, you could have, and everyone was scared of this dude, man. Like, everyone was like, they put me along with this guy that used to be like, oh, he's gonna run you, he ain't gonna touch you, how to like walk the ways and like run you by how it's every day going in the shop. And everybody's like, hey, don't go to Miller, because Miller, he'll like curse you out. He don't want you to ask him shit. He don't want you to tell him anything. He like that. Don't talk to him. But then, hey, I fixed it. I fixed that stuff like right away, because right the first couple of days I was there, I was like, Miller, come over here, bro. I went right to him. I said, hey, man, I don't know what this other people talking shit about you saying can't ask you shit, but like if I come ask you a question, you want to help me, you tell me right away right now. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying? I don't come ask you shit anymore. It's that way. That's kind of like the type of guy I always been, man. I cut shit short. I like tell you how it is. You tell me you don't want to deal with me, and then I don't come back over here. I don't bother the shit out of you. And that dude love me. I mean, he like love me like that, but he like showed me the ropes, man. Like took me under his wing. So like there's some stuff that, you know, like he been doing it, like do it this way. He don't teach that to anybody else. Like I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from like Billy Eisenhower, man. That dude took me under his wing. Everybody says, hey, he's like, man, not everybody know how to deal with him. And like he always like teach me how to do his stuff, and always like he never have a no to me. Like when being to his house, always been a great being dirt bike over at Highland Park. Hey, hit this double like hard, dude. He like the ropes like that. But there's some people, you know, you just don't have it like that. Yeah. So that's kind of what that is. And you always got to come across good people. And there's some people that's not going to want to do it. But there's some people that you know, along their ways that you like, you know, get the good stuff out of them, and that you're not going to get back. And so I try to like tell everybody how.
Did you do that?
I just ripped the sign off though. But I try to like tell everybody, because like right now I got my two guys. Yeah, I got a good friend of mine. He's my my helper, and then I got two other guys. I got a young buck. He's, you know, I got him out of Burger King over here, not Dallas over here. So and he's, you know, he's been with me for a while. And then I got my older dude, like he like fixes stuff that I buy from the auction. So those are my three guys. But this guy right here, Jojo, yeah, I had known him for a while since I was in Puerto Rico. Every time I go to Puerto Rico, I go to his shop and hang out there. It's the bald-headed dude that was over there with the three-wheeler. That's my Gixxer there.
Well, I'm trying to. Where's the other one? That was this. Jesus. Oh, here we go. So was this?
Yes,
there we go. All right,
that's his
what I was
shop right there. So he had that.
Is he making these?
No, so he had that other three-wheeler, the 450.
Okay.
Was the red?
That's a two-stroke.
That's a two-stroke.
Oh shit!
But the other one was a 450. Like a CR 450.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's that company that makes the three-wheeling parts from it's a U.S. company that makes
I don't remember the name of it. I've seen a few of them, and it's kind of wild.
Swing arms, and
they basically take the front triple clamps and they make it wider for the front wheel to fit.
The front wheel, you get a front wheel out of eBay off like a three-wheeler. Yeah. And they make the triple clamps out of, you can make the, you know,
because the suspension's the same as what was on the bike, right?
Yeah. And so he had that 250 there, and he had the 450. The 450 got sold for $17,000.
17,000?
17,000.
Is that like pesos or USD?
No. It's American cash money.
In Puerto Rico?
In Puerto Rico. So I got $17K over there, like some reggaeton star bought it cash, $17K.
No shit.
Yeah. Because
are they still alive? Because you know how dangerous
one went to jail out of it.
No shit.
The reggaeton star went to jail out of like narco trafficking or some shit like that.
No! Oh, so it wasn't something you did on that. It was something else.
Yes. It's like he was making the money more than the singing shit out of it. You know what I'm saying? And you get those out of there sometimes, but not everybody's like that. There's the hardworking people out of there too, you know. So, but there's the bad people out of there too. So,
all right, what about this thing? What's the story on this thing?
That's my friend's Jojo right there. I was telling you, my good. That thing did 7.3 in the quarter mile right there.
Did what?
7.3 in the quarter mile. 7.3 seconds in the quarter.
That's pretty damn good. Yeah.
It's got. In the motor alone, there's 20 G's in the motor alone.
No shit.
Yes. It's nitro. DM, I think
some of the other stuff going on. Let's
DM
zoom in
and
a little
G,
bit.
cut frame and everything. The motor's 20,000 alone.
All right, what we got going on here?
Nitrous
okay,
bottle.
that's the tank.
Yeah, nitrous bottle. The tank is you see the plastic tank there on the front is plastic. So the motor alone is 20 grand, 10, 15, 20 grand in the motor. Carbon fiber wheels.
Speed shifter?
Yeah. Electric shift. It has no.
Oh, that's electric. That's not just speed shift. Okay.
It's got a what is called fuel tech computer, like the dash and the computer. It's the computer out of it.
So it's like some Fast and Furious.
So
bullshit.
yeah, so you could go on the dash. You know how that the what is called the front stay there. You see that little thing there with the little cap is with the front stay that holds the front clip over there.
Where got my mouse.
That's the gas tank right there. That
What,
right
this?
there, yes, that neck right there is the
So
gas.
this is the
You
fill.
put the fuel right there. Put the fuel right there. It doesn't.
Why wouldn't the gas tank be right here?
No, because that's all plastic. Doesn't even have a fuel tank there anymore.
What?
Yes, it's all like a cover. The fuel tank is on the front.
So how much fuel does it have in
It's
it?
just a whole one pass, two passes. Yeah.
So it's like a gallon?
Every time you go down the track, you got to fill back up on it.
No shit.
Yes, that's what
fucking
they
cool.
do it, man. They're badass machines. The carbon fiber wheels on it. I mean, you got top of the line race bike right there. Carbon fiber wheels on that thing right there. You can look at it there. Yes, sir. The best of the best right there, though.
I remember Huey and I building like a 200 horsepower Hayabusa at Mountain one time.
That thing is more than two.
Mountain, Married to Motorsports.
You got to start it. You see that box that is next to it? They'll go back a little bit. You'll see it.
Oh, shit. What the hell? What did I just click? No. What did I just click? Obviously, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this thing. It's weird.
It's all good.
It's like gone.
Yeah. Okay. So those things don't have a radiator.
There it
right
goes.
there, you see
Okay.
that box right next to the back wheel?
Oh, okay. There it is.
That's the starter box. So you put that thing. Dude, the starter motor has two cables, and it has the battery box there with the two cables you plug into the starter, and you start it up like that. This it. It's like the jump box with the. Yep, you see right there.
Okay.
You see the batteries right there.
So it doesn't even have a battery?
No, don't even have a battery. That's the fucking battery right there.
So how does the engine run?
It has a battery, like a little battery.
Oh, like a tiny,
like a little tiny
small one
like
somewhere.
a little
just to run the electronics.
The electronics.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's the starting battery right
I mean, that makes sense.
there. That is the best of the best right there. And like, that bike, somebody came from Oklahoma. There's some big boys in Oklahoma that spent a lot of money, came and grabbed that thing. They paid like $25K. Came and snatched it one day from me. Took it back to Oklahoma and run some races over there. Because they got some, they're called the Kings of Crush, is what it's called.
Okay.
And they all lined up at the starting line. All the black folks are betting money over there. Whose lane you got, what you brought.
Yeah.
Right even off the trailer, they already got the thing already like lined up against another off the trailer for like 15, 20K. And that's how they do it over there. So it's like Kings of Crush in Orlando. So it's,
I know a few guys that were like into the Atlanta car drag racing scene.
Right there.
And it's crazy the shit talk and the fucking money they put down.
Yeah, they put a lot.
Dude, that's like a whole nother level.
Yes,
That,
crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, for sure.
What's some of the other ones? So I was curious about this bad boy.
What's
this
up?
is your
This
girl.
bad boy
You
still
still
going.
have it.
I still have it.
No
It's
shit.
still looking like that up to this date. It's a 2007 Gixxer 1000. Actually got from Freedom.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you did get that while you were working with us, right?
well,
I remember you buying
Actually,
it.
I got that from when the Wilhelms took over. So right after the Blues
Okay.
sold out, the Wilhelms took over.
I feel like you uncrated it. Like you bought it, uncrated it, or I couldn't remember the whole story with it.
It was a trading. It's a trading. I went my baby mama to like Gatlinburg, like a weekend out there, and came back, and that thing they had taken that thing right there and like trading, And so, I ended up buying it without she even knowing I bought. And I was like, boy, and it was a funny story because, like, like my credit was fucked up by then. And then nobody would give me a penny. So, I talked to them and I was like, yo, can we work something out? Take it out of my paycheck?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I knew there was something with it.
So,
Yeah.
And then, so they did work it out. And then the Wilhelms took over. Because I already had, remember that lady that used to work the office? Carol,
Carol. And her husband, Lance.
Lance, Carol. They used to be like the mama of everybody.
Yeah.
She was such a good lady, man.
Yep.
Shout out to Carol. Yeah. She was, she's always such a nice lady. And then she made me fill out the paperwork and they said they were doing it. I was surprised. The balloons, they're like, yeah, son's here. Sure, bye. So I was making payments on my check. And then the balloons took over, and then
The Willem.
yeah, took over, and then it was to the point that it was a shit show over there, and I was like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
So then it was boy went to work. The Muffin Man went to work to Mountain, and so I called the Muffin Man. I says, hey, can you give me a job over there? Like, yeah, I'm going to get you with Dustin Farthing's dad. And, yeah, I got a job over there. And then they ended up taking my bike from me.
No shit.
Yeah.
Really?
They're so bad. They were so aggravated that I left. They ended up saying...
Well, that's kind of part of the shit. Like, when they just wanted me to agree, and I'm like, no, you... Like,
it was so
it
like
was, like, petty. It was weird,
they were
petty
so
shit.
like that. I was like, I got paperwork. This bike is... mine. I got signed papers. It says Jose Lozada's in the name of this thing, and I'm paying. I haven't even missed a payment on it. You're taking it out of my check. Well, you're not gonna be here anymore.
So I can't take it out of your
paycheck anymore. I said, but I'm coming back. I'm gonna keep it. No, you gotta leave it. I took it, and then they called me back when they says you gotta bring it back. And I says, like, what are you gonna give me for it? Like, if I just take it back and just buy it off of me, they try to give me some like $2,500 for this. I'm like, you out of your mind, dude? Are you crazy?
So how did you end up back with it?
And
then?
so I ended up taking it back, and I work hard my ass off for that thing. And I said, "This is my baby, man. I want my thing back." Literally, like a month later, I got my thing back. I think I owe like $3,500 on it. So it wasn't
it wasn't much.
It wasn't nothing crazy. I go pay on it they were still there, and like, thank God, because I go almost like call Harrison, because I was like, Harrison, watch my baby there. Harrison was still working there.
Oh yeah.
And so I told him, hey, watch my thing. He's like, yeah, I'll watch it. And so, like a month later, I was able to work hard, make some money, and I was able to get it back. And yeah, they were so bad, man.
Yeah.
You know what the worst thing about it was? The worst thing about it is, like, I saw the dad at Publix over here, like Marsteele Road.
Okay.
Over there, Marsteele.
Mm-hmm.
So they got their big farmhouse around there somewhere. So I saw Dad over there. And I was never the type of person that I said, hey, I said, I'm leaving. I'm telling you, I'm not leaving in bad terms, or like this happened. And I'm just telling you, hey, man, like, you got your stuff going on. Like, I'm entitled to, like, go get to something. If it doesn't work out, like, so be it. But anyways, I saw Dad over there. I went to shake his hand, and I give him his hands. The dude give him his hands. He went like this, and just took his hands off.
What?
Like, he never gave me the handshake, though. Like, he just, they're like, oops, I'm not giving you the handshake, and took the hand back.
It was a fuck you.
Yeah, dude, I was so, like, I was so, dude, like, I
look,
smoke out of my
I've got
hand,
a lot
dude.
of Puerto Rican friends from growing up in Tampa. There's a respect thing, and that was fucking disrespectful.
Dude, that was so bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how many millions you got.
Yeah.
But we're man to man. If you do that to me, that just totally, man, I like, so glad I, like, hold myself back and Just kind of like turn myself around. Like,
Holy
but he
shit.
did that to me in Publix, man. And I was like, nah, dude, like why you do that to me?
Yeah.
Like, you can just even avoid me and like walk and go somewhere else, but not act like you didn't get, and then pull your hand back and like act like I'm not giving you the hand, dude.
Yeah.
That's so
No, that was
sorry.
fucking
That's
disrespectful.
That's like
Yeah.
classless. And like for you to have, because you walk your talk and you act your way, and you're like the millionaire matchmaker. I'm gonna call you the millionaire matchmaker, and you're like fucking got all these millions, and you're like doing this, and you're like acting like that. That's man. It's like man, it's just cause you know what the type of that shit is like when I used to work for them, I went to a job for this compact software guy over there in Ackworth. And he has a fucking jet on the back of the lake over there. We go on the Ranger all the way from his house all the way to the marina, and we go hang out over there. He's like, hey, you come fix my just somebody gave me the number over there. And I went, he doesn't want to move, so I went over there. And he took me out to that little river, shack place back in the days. Yeah. Took me on the Ranger. Me and my baby mama took me out there. He says, you're not going anywhere. And I'm no. And so we were talking in there. And like, you know, like all the rich around, they know each other. They like,
oh yeah.
They all want to.
They're cliquey.
Yes.
Yeah.
They all want to be better than. You know, everybody maybe not like that. I can't say everybody's like that, but they all like socialize between each other. They know what they do.
Oh
they know what everybody's. So
everybody probably has blackmail on each other.
so the dude sits me down at the table. And he's like, you know that the people you're working on, they're trying to sell the fucking place. Your place that you're working is for sale, right? I'm working there. That's before the
Mountain ended up buying it. Yeah.
And he's telling me that what's going on, and I like blowing it off. Like I'm trying to like not even pay. Like I'm not believing, but he's already.
He's in the know. Yeah.
He's in the know. He tells me, look, man. I get to his house. He's got a freaking mansion with the big lifts on his garage. He's got a Ferrari, Corvette, freaking Dodge Sprinter, Mercedes Sprinter on the outside.
Yeah.
That's in my office out there. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, take me out there. Like, we're over there. Gotta go discount auto parts to some parts. And he like, oh, man, you know, like, I made compacts. That's where, like, back in the day, like, compact computers.
Yeah.
Like, I made their software. And I, check it out, I sold the company, like, to someone for so many millions of dollars, and the person says, hey, just keep running the company. I keep paying you after you already sold it. So he's like, I don't even I don't even run it. And he's telling me what's going on. That's before I even know that. He's like, hey, that place is for sale. You don't even know. And he was telling me, I got a whole warehouse, bunch of bikes, and you can, like, and I
like just work for me,
right?
Pretty much,
and
right?
I took the opportunity back in the day, but that's some of the stuff that you come across and you don't even know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And that stuff is crazy along the ways, and turns into what it is, though.
Well, I say we do a little break.
Yep.
I got a few of my little plugs I got to do. I got a few little things.
Bad break.
I figured you did. Why don't I do my tech tip?
The guard.
You know, you're a badass tech, but I'm actually a decent tech too.
Yeah.
So I usually try to play a little tech tip for my show.
Gotcha.
So, and this actually is a long one. This one is about fixing radiators.
Oh, I know a lot about fixing.
So
back in the day, I put JB Well on radiators.
All right, I actually. And I'm serious, because we're not going to watch this. We're going to take a break. We're going to hang out, whatever. I want you to watch this tip later, because I'm telling you, you're going to text me after you watch it, and I want to know what your thoughts are.
Well, okay,
dude, I've got, because you got to think.
Yeah.
I know how to fix radiators, because I fucking crash them all the time.
Yeah.
So I've got some good tips on them. So, all right, I'm going to cut us off. We'll take a little pee break, and we're going to play this tech.
Now it's time for some awesome tech tips.
Transform your comfort with Innovative Mechanical LLC, specializing in HVAC service for residential and commercial properties. They provide expert installation, maintenance, and repair. Their certified technicians ensure top-notch service, whether it's air conditioning, heating systems, or indoor air quality solutions. Serving Georgia since 1999, they prioritize customer satisfaction with prompt, reliable service at competitive rates. From routine maintenance to emergency repairs, trust Innovative Mechanical LLC for all your HVAC needs. Give them a call at 770-726-7407 or visit innovativemechanical.llc.com to schedule service and experience unparalleled comfort today. All right, got another tech tip. With Francis watching. Frankie, what are you doing? So, straighten radiators. They're all tweaked and mangled and bent. Okay, take the shrouds off, but you can see how tweaked these things are. They're down that way a little bit. So, 4-point strap down. That means all 4 sides get strapped down. Subframe, back over there. You can take a jack, you can take a two-biffer, you can kind of put them in there for where they need to go up. You want to try to get it into there, because that can push in get it in there, because that can push up a little bit, but you kind of move it around as needed. But I'd say first, straighten it this way, then worry about going up with it if needed. If the bike can be warm, that's better, because warm aluminum is more pliable. But I'll show you what it looks like in a bit. All right, look at the results. All I did was grab right there, and I grabbed right here, and I twisted. And then I took a little trick I'm going to show you guys on the other side to pull that out, because that sucker was in. So let's go look at the other side now. Oh, got knocked the fuck out. Alright, look how far in this thing is. That's not even good about you. Man, it looks so much worse in person. Alright, she all squished in. A little further out. We'll look at it this way. Alright, to be continued. Alright, I'm going to see if I can set this on this. Let you guys see what exactly I'm doing here. Yeah. 1 by 10 pecks. Probably going to go a little bit wider to start out. And you go right up to it. Alright? Nope. Need to go in 1 click. Maybe go 2. Alright. Look at that. Alright, pulled it a little bit. Go 1 more click in. Set it back up. It's a process. Oops, it's a little too far forward. Make sure you don't get into the fins. Believe it or not, these radiators, pretty thin, easy aluminum to work with. You just have to be careful not to puncture and rip something while you're doing this. That's when you get leaks. That's when you gotta break out the special welding rods that I have. That aren't fun. Already you can see that's way better. I'll show you the finished product in a second. Alright. It's pretty straight now. You can tell by looking at it, right? But it does need to go up. That's where the jack and tube buffers come in. Alright, this gives a pretty good angle of how down it is. About to shove this in there. Alright, let's see if I can shove this thing in here again. You can see how it happens. Magic happens. There we go. I already went up a good bit, but you gotta kind of control it with your hand too. Yep, I see the whole bike trying to lift up. That's why I do 4 points of harness. Alright, put them back down. Alright. She still needs a little bit tweaking this way. You always go just a little past where you think he needs to be, and then come back. Now, we have a pretty damn straight radiator. It's in a little bit right there, but it'll still grab to that. Say it's way better than spending $400 on a radiator. This took me, if I wasn't filming, usually takes me a total of 15 to 20 minutes max. So, all right, yeah, there's. Oh no, son of a bitch!
What happened?
I had it on the wrong fucking thing. Are you kidding me? I'll edit that out later. Jesus, I'm messing up all kinds of shit today.
Getting nervous too.
No, it's
just the Puerto Ricans.
Yeah,
Puerto Rican
I blame
guy.
you. So they were able to listen to the whole time but couldn't see it. So I guess I'll fix that later. Jesus. Fucking up big time. Yeah. Yeah, people talking shit about how the video's left out. Okay. Well, I'll have to fix that one. Oh my god.
Yes, say the sorry to them.
I swore I hit the fucking button to go to that before leaving to the... Alright. Alright.
We'll be alright.
Anyways, what's some of the other stuff and segments we were gonna do? Alright, we got some funny videos submitted. That I got like four videos of like friends or other things that I've seen that I feel like will give you a good laugh.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to let people watch them. So this one was from Fannin County.
County.
My buddy, yeah, motocross track. My buddy was
I went over there,
his...
Fannin County, one day.
Oh yeah.
With Billy's buddy. What's his name? It's Fred Kawasaki. I forgot. He had a Kawasaki over there. It's, Chad Rico's to a friend too.
I don't know if I know.
He crashed a lot. I don't know, but
It sounds like you're describing me, sir.
I forgot his name, but he took me out there, Fannin County, and we you know, Fannin County, you come out of the corner there, and you double, kind of double, triple to the table up there.
Okay. Yeah.
So, you know, I just get there, and you know, first double, triple, I hit there, and I hit the table. I didn't make it to the table. It crashed out. And then so he's like, yo, like, I'm gonna like, you know, walk you through it. Just kind of make sure you do this in written here. And so he did. He like walked me through it, and I made it up there to the table, and I cleared everything out. I never done a triple in my life, but yeah, I did it for sure. Yeah, and you know, crashed a couple on the other turns over there, because that's right about the finish. You know, kind of like where the benches is, where you can sit down over there, where you park the cars there.
Yeah.
There's that. You know,
little tabletop
there. I crushed my brains out there. Yeah, and then I hurt my wrist because, you know, I was with Chad, and I was with him and a couple other guys, and you know, we're out there, and they're like, "Oh, let's start drinking a couple beers," and they're right out there.
You can't drink and ride. You cannot drink and ride.
That was not good at all.
Yeah,
Man,
no.
like next thing you know, my wrist is hurting because I crushed my brains out there. So it's. You know, keep it clean, don't drink. Yeah.
So now all the times that you made fun of me for being injured and thought about like what a dumbass, now you understand the shit that I'm doing.
Because you were drinking there?
No, I was not drinking there. No, so this was pretty funny because he was bitching at his dad to like stop doing a certain thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, go over there and fucking talk to him like you're like his dad.
Yeah.
So this was that video.
Gotcha.
I was like, go talk to him.
He's doing the little thing.
Then he saw me filming.
Hey, you gonna let your son talk to you like that?
He's like, oh.
All right, so that was just like an honest, like, funny video that I was like, all right, this is going down. I gotta get a picture, like, film this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's some other good ones that I saw. Which one is this? Because I actually can't see the things. All right, we're gonna. All right, so this is my buddy Christian, who actually he was supposed to be on the show possibly this week. But this shit cracked me up so bad. You know Christian Palugi? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so this is him. Okay. All right. So
we worked together over there.
Mountain. Yeah. All right. So this is pretty funny because he's like showing the boys how to get it done.
Okay. Just see how he gets it done.
This is how you get it done.
This loop is right back around.
That's him on the white.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Chris, you alright, dude?
No, I'm not.
This loop is right back around.
Yeah, literally. I mean, what is?
Yeah,
He made it a total of 20 feet.
And what?
And then he eats shit. His buddy runs him over, and his other buddy's running the fuck over. I was like, oh my god, that's fucking great. I was like, Christian, I'm putting that on the next show.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Is this Fred's? No, that's the same one. All right, hold on. This one's. All right, expand it. All right, so this video is titled "Sorry."
Sorry.
This is from the last Sorks race, by the way. It's my buddy Fred.
Yeah.
You okay, bud? Oh, this is gonna suck. Big fucking balls, dude. Oh, shit. You're okay. Ugh.
You can tell that it's going up a gnarly hill. Yeah, you can tell by looking at it. There is a gnarly hill involved in this thing.
But they're trying to go up, but like they're sleeping inside and out here. Like, I mean, it's bugging the shit out of it. So.
I mean, you can just tell by like how slow they're creeping up that you're like, all right, that's gotta be, because you can never really tell.
Yeah.
All right, so this last one here of the videos that I've got for the show is my buddy Alexander. It's a brand new 2024 YZ250X, like the two-stroke.
Yeah.
And he's riding around his front yard.
Yeah.
And he's got his dog Moose that likes to chase him. All right, hold on. I don't want to show it just yet. Oh, no. Ah, expand this thing. All right, I'm just going to show it right now. All right, there's him. There's Moose. Do you realize what happened? He ran the dog over.
Ran it over him.
Brand new bike on its first ride.
But like, remember when you had your brand,
the RM?
The RM. You like used to throw it on the floor. Yeah. So I was like, what are you doing? Like, what, Anthony? What the fuck are you doing? Like, oh, it's all right.
No, so
fucking throw it on.
I brought that up on Scott's show when he did it with me.
Yeah.
So I mainly did that to piss him off because I knew how much of like a fucking neat freak he was.
You like, can't let that go.
Because he said to me, he goes, hey, you got a brand new bike. You'd actually take good care of this one. And I just grabbed it, leaned it, and dropped it. And he's like,
oh my God.
I was like, dude, it's a dirt bike. I'm going to fucking destroy this thing.
Yeah.
Like, it falling over brand new doesn't matter. Like, what does it matter?
Yeah, what does it matter?
But it was mainly to fuck with him. But I'm glad you remember that.
Yeah, of course. I remember that. That's motherfucker. Just
right.
throw it all over the floor.
So we'll do a few of our other little plugs and stuff. I can't believe I messed up that fucking video. We might have to just play it at the end or whatever, or play it again a little bit, another little 5-minute thing, because I can't believe I did that. But I do also want to hit a few of my other little plugs for the show. Let's do that. Our next segment is brought to you by Hard Knocks Racing. They're a group of dedicated motorcycle enthusiasts since 1998. They're your go-to for Campfire Moto official gear and will soon launch an apparel line of their own. They excel in crafting all kinds of custom decals, like this badass sign behind me, from custom signs to full bus wraps and office customization. In fact, check out this work Anthony did at one of the well-known Japanese manufacturer's office who will remain nameless. They also crafted awards for prestigious events such as the Perry Mountain 24-hour race, Mill Creek Spring Classic, Seika Hair Scramble Series, and many more for local racetracks in the Southeast. Check out hardknocksracing.com or give Anthony D'Amico a call at 404-717-2480. This show is brought to you by MX201 Track Designs, founded by Matt Shue, a former pro supercross and motocross racer who made a name for himself in the 90s and early 2000s.
Harry Shue, the local favorite from LJ, Georgia, is in third. He goes down in the corner. He's no longer in third place.
MX201 Track Designs brings decades of hands-on expertise to the motocross world. Matt's racing career took him across the globe, competing at the highest level and learning firsthand what makes a track not only fun, but challenging and safe. Since stepping away from racing, Matt has used his extensive knowledge to help design, build, and manage a variety of tracks in the Southeast. Locations like AmpMX, Highland Park Resort, and Synergy Cycle Park trust MX201 as he's earned a reputation for creating top-notch riding experiences. Whether you're dreaming of a custom public track, a private motocross facility, or even a backyard woods loop for the kiddos, MX201 Track Designs offers solutions that are as unique as your vision. And he'll offer custom solutions that are tailored to your budget. Visit mx201trackdesign.com or call 678-628-4892 to get started on designing your perfect track today. And when you do, be sure to mention Campfire Moto Stories to Matt. So as we started playing this, Jose's like, "Oh, fucking Matt, yeah. Dude, Matt's the man. He's still a badass." Yeah. So it's funny enough. Last Tuesday or Wednesday, I bring my kid to Allatoona to take him like a ride in the trails or whatever, and I get a call from Shue, and I'm like, he doesn't call me too often. That's weird. Like usually we'll text and stuff. We text like a few times every a week or whatever. Yeah. And he's like, "Hey, you home?" I said, "No." He goes, "Where are you?" I was like, "I'm at the park with my kid." He's like, "What park?" Like Allatoona. And he's like, "Where?" It's like the main trailhead. Like we're about to go ride. He's like, "Well, I'm here." Yeah. So he ended up getting a flat, and he was calling me to see if he could like go to my house to get a pump since I'm like a mile away. And I was like, "Well, dude, just here's my key. Go in the garage, get what you need." And then he had like switched to tubeless or to a cush core setup, but it still had a slit in the side that it was like a slow leak. So he's like, "Oh, what the hell?" So yeah, we still talk and message all the time.
That's good.
What the hell is Axel calling me for? Hey.
I hate to bother you. I had a quick question.
Oh, you're calling it a bad time, dude. I'm literally in the middle of a live show right now.
For real?
Yeah, I thought you were calling because you knew the dude that's on my show.
Fuck.
I'll call you back later. Look, he's Puerto Rican. What are you?
I'm Mexican.
Yeah, so I just thought you might know him. That's why I answered.
Yeah, we for sure don't like.
All right, well, he said, "Fuck you. I'll call you back later."
That's right.
The reason I called you, I left the battery at fit and you're not.
Oh, shit. Yeah, hey, text me that, though, so I don't forget. I will go pick that up for you.
I appreciate it.
All right. It should still be there. Text me, though, so I don't forget.
All right, I appreciate it.
See you, bud.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so he's probably talking like a Stasic battery.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the Pittner Dog Park. He knows it's right down the street from me. That's pretty funny. No, I honestly, when I was answering that, I was like, oh, I wonder if he's watching the show and he actually knows you. All right, so I plugged a few of the things that I need to do, but I did want to ask a few things since the Mexican Puerto Rican thing was just popped off. I mean,
popped off.
So what is the moto scene like in Puerto Rico? Whether it's like off-road or street bikes, like just describe
the
it.
moto scene in Puerto Rico is right now, and it might change after I left, but I think right now it's more the wheelie boys. You know what I'm saying? Like
You're about to lose that.
It's the Atlanta boys. You know, like riding all the dirt bikes to the streets, doing wheelies, 12 o'clocks, and those. And then the scooter new progression going on.
Really?
Everybody's got scooters, so they're taking the Sumas 125s and they're souping it up and they put nitrous on them, all that kind of stuff. So everybody's on scooters, but yeah, they're putting the wheelie boys take over, not in the street bikes, it's just the dirt bike stuff through the streets. On tag, riding the wheelies. Cops are, tired of it and going crazy of it. So, yeah. So that's kind of what and then, it never fails because, Puerto Rico, everybody likes to have their stuff sharp. Everyone clean,
colorful, popping.
Yeah. I want to show it off. Like you call Rolando right now. You should have Rolando.
Dude, I tried to get Chad and Rolando on for this week, and Rolando was like, "I'm in Seattle."
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh,
yeah. Rolando's like, because if you ask somebody what Puerto Rican is, just call Rolando and be like, "What are all those rides you got?" Because Rolando me because he brings me stuff and he brings me a racer and he's always gotta have his stuff sharp. You gotta have all the whistles and whistles and everything, sound system, wheels, tires, and you Puerto Rican, you have your stuff sharp. So it's always gotta be looking good though. So it's just kind of what runs on our stuff, and that's kind of what we do, man. It's just. And then we big in rotaries. So I got a rotary right now. It's like the RX-7s that back in the 80s.
Yeah. So that's the first gen.
This first gen.
Yeah.
We do that all the way to 93, which is the twin turbos.
Okay.
And we do Rondo.
So what you're saying is basically Puerto Rico that scene is still like Fast and the Furious.
It's bad. It's the fastest thing ever. Because right now I go to a lot of events in the Orlando World Speed World, and they got the baddest rotaries from Puerto Rico in the world. Like they got 6-second cars doing, rotary motors on there.
So what's making me laugh right now is my buddy Herman that made the comment about it. I thought it was your only Puerto Rican friend. Dude, in high school, he was so fucking obsessed with the RX-7s. Yeah, he had a second gen one that we took the fucking motor out of, and
That's how we, right now I got a first gen, 1980 flip up headlights, and I just did the motor. I did like a street port on it and fully built, so we're trying to finish it. I got over 10 G's in the car. I haven't even heard it run yet. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard because not everybody works in them. Yeah. So I don't work on them. I kind of like learning because I'm a mechanic, so I want to be able to do my own stuff. But I'm learning a little bit by a little
bit. Well, the nice thing about today is the fucking information is out there. You just got to learn how to do it.
YouTube is the biggest thing in the world.
It's amazing.
Man. Yeah. You can't tell me. I mean, it's way back in the day. You got to look at manuals. Yeah. And, focus on actual books though. Literally, back in the day when I worked in House of Power in Melbourne, 03, there's a guy that got fired. My guy Miller got fired from stealing the manuals from the shop and selling them on eBay. Really? Taking manuals out of like, the copies and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Oh, he'd make copies of the manuals.
we had 2 or 3 of the same,
Oh shit. Okay.
like the original ones, and they're like, there's 2 or 3 out.
Because that was the only information you could get. Yeah.
Can't get nothing copy on a
Yeah.
computer.
There's no fucking Google.
That's
Yeah.
2003, and you sell them on eBay, and you be making a killing out of it. So, like, yeah. And so now it's so much, because I got my other guy that works with me, and I call him the YouTube guy. And I was like, dude, like, because you always said that you know everything or you know your stuff and you YouTube it, but it's not just about YouTube, it's about doing it. And so somebody could tell you and you can watch the video on YouTube, but don't mean you can do it. You know, so more like, it's more like, information is out there, but it don't mean not everybody's made for it.
Yeah.
And so
No, like you have to have the right brain, like because
Right.
even like the work I do, I'll have some guys where I'll just show them like, dude, this is the trick to get to here.
Right.
Like you can get from A to Z like that, and they just want to go through all the fucking letters of the alphabet to do that. And I'm like, I tried. Like you can't. You can't lead you can lead a horse to water. You can't make it
Right.
drink, kind of thing.
yeah.
It's the same thing. You have to have that mindset of like, how can I be better?
Yeah.
How can I do that? And it's the same thing with making this shit. Like, I made this fucking a lot of mistakes today, right? I
That's
will
good.
never fucking make them again. You know what
But
I
you
mean?
gotta learn once, don't
Yeah.
make it twice.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Like I rarely, and even this is kind of funny because my kid's been getting in trouble in school a little bit.
Well,
Big
mine too,
surprise, right?
It's normal
So, like,
though. Like,
But
no, yeah.
it brings me back to when I was in school. My dad was like, "You get in trouble a lot, but you never get in trouble for the same thing twice."
right?
Yeah,
You do it
Like,
once, and you
I'll
do
do
it
the
right.
thing, I get caught, and I either learn how to not get caught
Yeah.
at that thing, or
Don't do it again.
Yeah, don't do
Right.
that again.
Yeah, I got you.
So
That's good, man.
yeah, like you have to have that mindset to just
Yeah.
move forward with that
Well,
shit. But,
gotta learn from it. Don't make
yeah.
it again, right?
dude, that honestly, like I tell people, I'm not a good mechanic, but I've fucked up enough.
So what
To-
you gonna
to
learn,
where
learn from that?
Like I'll put
Right.
things in place. If I'm taking a motor apart, this is my process.
Yeah.
If I'm working on this is the process.
Yeah.
And you don't break from the process. And
Okay.
that way you're like, you don't mess up while you're
Right.
working on the shit. But, and I feel like you probably in the same
It's
mindset with
just-
that kind
I
of
think
thing
it's
too.
more like, you gotta learn from it.
Yeah. Kind of like buying the thing where you poke the frame and you're like, ah, fuck.
Yeah.
So, what's some of the other questions I had about Puerto Rico here?
Puerto Rico's great.
Do you think you'd ever like have plans to take what you have here back there? Or no, you're here.
I don't. Then my plans to me is, I do want to take stuff back there, but it's more like
Seasonal?
I was taking, yeah. It's like I was
Like
taking
go for 3 months or something
no,
like
I was
that?
taking my mom. It's like I want to buy a house in the mountains somewhere, like a farm out there.
Okay.
We go there every year, so maybe when I go on vacation, I go over there. If I don't have a vacation, I rent it. Airbnb, so much
Okay,
stuff going on
yeah.
there. So, and not even like that. I just have it there. Just go whenever I go. Another thing is kind of like poking my ideas. Having a boat out there, cause like the Virgin Islands are right there. Like last time not this past time, but the one before I went over there, I went with a good friend of mine. We all grew up together, like our families grew together, and then I was like, we're all kids and we go together. We take the boat like, like the week that just, just passed by here. We give you like spring break week.
There we go. Spring break week.
And they we just like take a week out there and we go from Fajardo to like St. Thomas, St. Joe's,
Oh yeah.
like the fixture side, and we just take the boat from there and like go, and we just up here and we all see all the good stuff out there. It's so beautiful out there. But I think like maybe I want to like remember those days, but
Yeah.
when it's so expensive to like have a boat at. I have a boat out here, and it's so expensive to have it in La Tuna. Imagine having it
Having one out there.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's like, I can't do it all that, but it's just trying to try it up and stuff. So
All right, so this one's not motorcycle related, but
Yeah.
is there any one dish
yeah,
from back home that
Huh?
you can't get here
that I can't get.
that you kind of remember from like childhood or anything?
Yeah,
What would it be? Like a
Yeah.
food, obviously.
like a food, obviously. Yeah, but I mean, I'm kind of spoiled because mom comes over here every month. So,
but is it the same?
but no, but
Will she
I
bring
think,
shit?
I think it's better.
No shit.
Yeah, because I will put my mom to anybody that cooks. You know what I'm saying? That's how badass my mom is. Cooking, she can make anything from pastries to anything. Just, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure she can make it, but I haven't had it in a while. So I would say, because I'll say like piononos or something like that, like, because everything else I've seen, like, she can make it. She can make mofongo. She can make pasteles. I got some pasteles at home right now. And then, my dad, if I want to invite you over, like, your family, but we made some, like, the roast pig. Like, we actually take a whole pig and we, like, put it on a bar and we, like, spin it around or roasted it up. Like, hours and hours when you just chop it up and just eat out of there. So that's kind of like our thing. And my dad he's like just made one and then out of my house and been working on it. Every time he gets there, he just add some stuff to it and make it where he just put something different on it. And so, yeah, he been working on that. So, yeah. So, I mean, like I said, and it's something weird about that because, I would think that I would say it'd be like a Puerto Rican food that I haven't had, but I don't think it's like that because most of Puerto Rican food, every time my mom comes, she makes everything. So it's really
It's still
nothing.
authentic.
It's really nothing that I can say, hey, I could go to Puerto Rico and I don't have it here. Or like I'm missing it, or I haven't had it in a while. It's
That's
really
pretty funny.
nothing. But like if I tell her, hey, mom, like do some Chinese food, she's like, I don't make that shit. Chinese food is for the Chinese people. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit that she been telling me that she like, I want Chinese shit. Chinese people make Chinese food. I don't make Chinese food. We'll go get Chinese food to the Chinese restaurant. I don't make that. So that's her kind of thing.
That's pretty
So
funny.
it's kind of like a Puerto Rican thing. You
Yeah.
can make anything Puerto Rican, but you tell them make pizza or make pasta or make anything like that. And they're like, nah. We just go get it. That's it. That's her.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Oh man, what's is there anything about what you're doing now, being on your own,
Yeah.
your own shop? Is
Right.
there anything you miss about when you worked for the dealers and
Yeah.
that was your life? Like, what's
Well, I
the
mean, I
main
think
stuff?
that
Besides that, your phone rings all the time.
No,
you
it
can't
rings.
you can't
It
do
rings
that one.
every day, but in the ring before and the ring every day. But I think that most of the time where you miss something like that is more like the people that work with you.
Yeah,
Because
like Billy.
because it's I mean, I don't know. I mean, because not every day everybody, like, let's say you got 3 people working with you, they don't work every day because they don't show up or they don't come to work. And so those are the people that you socialize every day and you talk to them every day.
Yeah.
But they're not there. They're not coming every day. So most of the time, I got used to working by myself. So it's like, you know, you like talking to the walls. And you're like, yeah, it's just nobody here, like, hang out, like, say
And
the
honestly,
jokes.
that's part
And
of
I
like,
have the fun that you have in everyday thing. And that's different, though. So, because, you know, I mean, nobody Beatriz, but I mean, and I'm glad that I have such a good guys, because my older guy, man, he's like a joker, you know, like, you see, it's like my dad, kind of like respect-wise, but, like, don't let it slip, because he be like cracking jokes about you. Or he be like, that type of guy, when you go to work, and be like, as soon as you come in, you know, talking about you or doing some kind of joke. And he's kind of like that person wise, you know, like, and so, but it's not the same, you know, because you go to work every day and you go to work and you say, hey, I'm gonna talk to this guy today, or I'm seeing this guy today, and then conversation starts, and not every day you get to do the same thing.
yeah. There's always pros and cons to that. Right?
But I mean, I don't think, to me, I don't mind it at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't change it for anything in the world. But it's just a different aspect of it.
Yeah.
Though, so.
No, and I mean, like with me working from home, I can kind of relate to that. And that's what led me with the podcast.
I bet it's the same, because when you work from home,
yeah,
you're here at the office, you're here at, you know, kids in school, wife is working, and then you see them and that, but it's not when you working with 5-6 other people during the day. And I mean, maybe not every day you're like happy with it, you know.
No, I'm good. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's kind of what led me down the road, like podcasts and that kind of stuff, is because it's just like another voice that you're kind of listening to, you know. So that's kind of one of the things that led me to doing this. Because I was like, I listened to a bunch of podcasts and stuff.
I think it's pretty cool, because my first podcast would probably be my only podcast that I do.
No, because I want to get your grandpa on one time. That's going to be awesome. Yeah. Can he speak English?
Yeah.
Probably speaks it better than you.
He's got some goddamn stories. That nobody else had, because nobody has stories that everybody else, other people has. So.
All right, so some of the other ones that before we kind of like wrap it up, because you already touched on worst scratch you ever had. That was obviously where you almost lost your leg. So what about, was there any really good road trip memories? And that could be going to ride, going to the auctions. Is there any stops you guys did along the way?
Yeah, well, actually, we did one to, it's Pennsylvania out there. It's called Altoona, Pennsylvania. Altoona, Pennsylvania. It took us about 2 days out there. We do about 11 hours out there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so badass. It's a little small town. I got some good shit out of there before, so it's, you know, I mean, I don't make it often. But I make it with dad and mom and the pops and everybody. But we see the guys on the with the horses and the
Amish.
The Amish people out there. They're out there. That's so badass. That's another side of the country I've never seen, though. Do you know where the guy that shot the CEO of the CEO?
Oh,
they found him out there.
Oh, there.
That's where that dude was at.
Okay.
It was in
the health insurance CEO.
Health insurance CEO. That's where that dude was at. That's that spot that we had gone. Where you saw the Amish people out there with the horses and the all that stuff though.
Dude, there was one time I was at Budds Creek in Maryland.
Yeah.
So we're at the race and we're hanging out. Yeah. And I literally hear there's Amish people like up the road. And I hear people at the race going, wait a second. Yeah. This is real?
Yeah, they couldn't believe it.
They were like,
I could have never believed it though.
No, like they're
real.
real people.
They're real
like
fucking
for
people.
whatever reason,
Oh,
they
yeah.
thought they were fake and made
No,
up.
they're not.
No, that is
They're
how they
literally
live.
not. They're literally not. And they're this really small fucking town, like a fucking ghost town. Ghost town. We're riding through here to see the Amish people on their buggy. You're seeing it with the fucking horses out there. There's nothing around them. There's nothing but like fucking cornfields out there. And it's like you're on the you're going through the mountains. We're being out there where snowstorms have been going on, where we're fucking needed chains and tires. We're like riding through
Please
there.
tell me you got rescued by a horse and buggy.
No, it did not. but it's like it's almost needed to be rescued. It's been the bad stars out there, and we're like making it like 2-3 days. We just stop at a hotel here, stop at there. Yeah, and made it out there, and it's like cool looking out there, but it's different for sure.
All right, so another one. Dream bike, no budget.
All right.
What would you build? How Puerto Rican would it be?
Alright.
What sound system
I
would
love
you
it.
have? All right, tell me. Give
I
it to
don't
me.
think I have sound system because I'm not the sound system guy. Maybe we could call Rolando and have him on the pod over here. He'll tell you all about the goddamn sound system. He'll have
added
it
the
all
sound
fucking
system
wrapped
because
up
you
in
said that.
He'll have it all wrapped up. He had to have the school because that's like a big thing in Puerto Rico. You stop at a light and you see the scooter next to you. He's got a subwoofer in the goddamn scooter. Pin, fucking reggaeton, that shit going on. He's over there. Boom, 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 boom. He's over there broken your ears up and shit. He's got a better sense than a car does, but it's just a scooter going on there. But I won't have too much sound system, but
All right, the bike. I said the sound system thing only because you said that about Rolando.
But I think like on it, I think the best bike overall it'll be a Gullwing.
No shit.
Goddamn,
like one of the newer ones?
The newer ones.
Yeah.
With no trunk. Cause I like the lowrider style in the back with the no trunk.
I can't do it. Like, dude, I grew up on the back of Goldwings in the 90s and 2000s.
I bet your dad has some Gullwings, right?
Dude, he sold... He had a dealership in Leesburg, Florida, which is south of Orlando. He sold the most Goldwings of the fucking USA. God. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Because of the villages, right? Yeah, so like Goldwings are what I grew up with.
Oh, I love the Goldwings,
so
man.
I see the new ones.
Next bike,
the new ones, I'm like, it's like a fucking Harley knockoff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's still not a Harley, but I just think it's more futuristic than anything.
Dude, those things fucking handle.
Yeah,
right?
they handle good. You can't even feel them.
Yeah.
It's not even a...
Dude, like the heavy bike, you just touch it. It's just nimble.
It's not even a bike anymore.
Yeah.
Though. It just goes. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so your dream build bike right now would be a Goldwing.
Yeah.
What else would you do to it?
But I'd be a Goldwing, but it'd be something... I don't like those type of guys that make it look like a fucking spaceship. Goddamn putting lights all over the goddamn place over here. You're gonna put the fucking flags on it and fucking put everything on it. No, I'm not gonna do that to mine. I just gonna have to have a plain stock going. Cause I like my stuff like it came out of the factory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like original shit. You tell me I'm gonna fucking spaceship the motherfucker out and fucking 20,000 lights in that motherfucker, and it'd be like a fucking over in no time, and I just get insurance on it, part it up. You know what I'm saying? Catch it up. You know, it's not gonna work though.
Oh man.
So yeah. I
wasn't expecting that answer, honestly. I figured you'd say a GSXR or something.
No. But I mean, I think it's more like it's for my. I mean, I'm not a 20-something-year-old. Yeah, keep driving. My chicks, I'll never sell my chicks. Yes, but I'll let my kid. Cause that's what I told him. I told my kid that is gonna be going one day. You don't have to keep family tradition. You gotta keep getting. It's like, Daddy, yeah, I'll keep it going. I mean, maybe he takes care of the jigs or maybe he tries it. He never rode a bike before. Probably didn't even drive it. But, you know, like, like for me to let's say, hey, I'm old and I'm gonna have a jig. I can't even get in it. You know what I'm saying? My back will hurt. I can't even, everything cracked. Can't even get on it. So, why would I even try that?
Yeah.
I mean, but the Goins, I'd rather have a Going than a Harley all day long.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
fucking Harleys suck. I mean, you know what? When I knew Harleys weren't any good anymore, it's when I used to work in Freedom. So we work on all the victories. And I have a Vegas right now at home.
You got a Vegas?
An 05 Vegas.
No shit.
The thing's got 6,000 miles. Like I brought him back from the dealership.
What?
Dude, like I was working at the dealer. We were working on it. I got a clean ass Vegas, like 06, 6,000 miles on it. Like they just bought it and it's got a check engine code on it. I'm trying to fix it. But dude, it brought me back, man, where it's like, well, yeah, dude, Vegas, yeah. It's so and as soon as I got into Vegas and I got in a Harley one day, like a soft tail, and this thing, I was like, where's the power at? There's nothing here.
It's terrible.
That's sick. There's not even a bike here. Like I'll give it gas, it's not even going anywhere. So I couldn't even believe it. You know, everybody is like all so hyped up about this Harleys, you know, like
I've never understood it.
like,
Dude, honestly,
like
my
there's
wife
nothing
knows
here.
more about Harleys than I ever would.
Really?
Yeah.
She's like a fan or
No,
like the
she,
family?
because she worked at WoW at
Okay,
one point.
yeah, they
so
have
she had to
somebody.
tell them.
Yeah.
And I've never been a part of that
Yeah,
world. So
yeah.
she knows way more about
Right,
them than
right.
me.
It's
Like she'll
not
be like,
something
yeah,
you like.
Sportster, what? And I'm
Right.
like, oh, what? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like if you put 3 Harleys lined
Right
up and we're
together.
like, what's this one called? I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But you line up any fucking Honda, you line up any fucking Jap brand
Yeah.
or most, like
You know
even the
about them,
Vegas.
like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I could be like, oh, that's a blah, blah, blah year.
Yeah,
This
you know what
model.
it is.
Yeah,
though,
this is
for
a
sure.
fucking 93 Magna.
Right.
You know? Yeah,
Yeah.
I could look at them and tell right away.
Yeah.
But no, Harleys, I couldn't fucking tell you shit about them.
But I mean, I don't know, man. It's something about them. And I mean, I guess it's the American dream is what it is. Is that what it is?
No, honestly.
Because we don't have the American dream over there, but trust me, Puerto Ricans do like Harleys because my boy works over there.
Oh, yeah?
And that Jojo guy is telling you what the boy had to. He flashes computers and he's like, I got the Harley boys coming over here. And I'm like, I would have never thought that. You guys, Puerto Rico, you have some, there's some Harley travels everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's their brand. You know what I'm saying? But it's like something to be like, but why? But I guess it's just the brand. It's
You know
not
what?
really what they
Honestly, has always turned me off from Harleys
Yeah.
is the same mentality that you were talking about with Eric. They come off to you like they're fucking better than you.
Right.
I'm on a Harley. I'm going to be different
Yeah.
and dress the same as every fucking other Harley person out there. Do
Right,
the
but
same
I'm
shit.
better than you.
But I'm
Yeah.
different. I'm different.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm going to have all this
Yeah.
shit. And it's like,
Yeah.
you're not.
No,
you know?
no,
I don't know.
everybody's- yeah.
I've always been like, if
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
dives into being like,
Nah, it's just
even if a show, if a TV show gets like too popular, I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't need to
Yeah.
fucking be a part of that, you know?
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's like the rebel in you or something. I
I mean, shit. I mean, talking about the Rebels, the new Rebels are.
The
That's
Honda
still a
Rebel?
Yeah. Still a Rebel. I haven't even worked on a Rebel in a lot, but they changed.
Are you still talking about 250 Rebels?
Yeah, dude,
What?
But they changed their look, but they're still a 50 Rebel. You know what I'm saying? But it's because like I know your dad does a lot of like driving license.
No, he's got all
Yeah.
the motorcycle license or
Yeah.
courses in
But
Georgia.
that's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm saying, because we talk about the road, because I used to deal with him when I go get parts in the mountain, and he always deal with him.
yeah.
And see, he was telling me, like, if I want to work on some of his school bikes, he was telling me about the, the school bike. And
Dude,
I
I remember him asking me for
Yeah,
your number.
yeah.
Holy, that was like
So,
4 years
Yeah,
ago.
so he always go to mountain and he's like, oh, I got the school bikes. You know,
Yeah.
'cause- and then because that always remind me, like, I used to work in Melbourne and I bought on R1 like a Raven edition. It was like an 04, 05, and I bought it crashed out. And I'm trying to put it together. It had no headlights, no tail lights, no fairings. And so I come out of the, I like got it at the dealership where I work at it in my bay over there. And I come out of the dealership and finally put up wheels and got it all running. I got it out of there all naked and I bust out a wheelie coming out of the dealership and I got pulled over. No license, no tag, nothing, man. No headlight, nothing.
Were you even a legal U.S. citizen?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure I was. So the cop was like, hey, y'all, like, you got no headlights, no nothing. What's your license? Nah, I got none. Yeah, like, I mean, bro, I work right here next door, bro. I just came out of there. You saw me come out of there because you're like right in front and I bust out of I was like, kind of playing it off as like too much power, like I just get some juice. And so he's like, hey, I got to get a citation, Campbell. You got to push it all the way. Get some of the guys to come with a trailer and try, like load it up and take it back. And he would say, I took it back. And so I had to go to the Air Force Base over there in Melbourne and take the course. The
defensive driving course. Yeah.
The driver license. The
motorcycle course.
Because I didn't have an endorsement before I go to court because I was working at the dealership, but I didn't have an endorsement for a driver's license. So, so then to your dad or I, so I had to go take over there and give you you get in those GC 250s and you do the little test they tell you.
Yeah.
You take the writing test. They're telling you what's going to come on the test. It's like a 2-3 day test,
I did it.
Yeah. It's easier to go to the license place and go get your license that way because you don't pass the written test. Then you don't fucking pass the shit. So it's way much easier that way. You pay $200-$300, but
I don't even know if you can go to the DMV to do motorcycle tests anymore.
Anymore?
They changed it for CDLs and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if they changed it for motorcycle license too. I think they might have.
That's different. Yeah.
And that's pretty funny. You want to know a funny story that reminded me of when you were talking about it is Opie. So when he started working at Freedom, we were like, hey, we need to take you for a test drive. Or take the bike for a test drive. And he's like, I can't.
Yeah, you don't have license.
I don't have a motorcycle license.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're a professional fucking road racer. You're like a badass. And you have he's like, I haven't had a motorcycle license in fucking 10 years.
Yeah, for sure. That's not what I mean. But I don't think I wasn't a professional racer, but like him, because he's been all over, man.
Dude, he's a badass.
Yeah, man. But he called me the other day, by the way. He sent me some customers because, because
they didn't speak English.
No, we go back and forth, call me once in a while, and I guess he's like, hey, I don't work in Fords, I don't work on dirt bikes, I don't work So
because he'll get people that show up asking for that stuff. He's like, nah,
I send you Jose. I'm my guy. So he called me as Jose. What's up? So he's like, he was telling my guy that came over. He's like, I wish Jose will come work for me. I'm like, nah, Jose's not coming to work for you.
He's in fucking Marietta.
Yeah. No, it's not that. It's Jose. The guy says, shit, why Jose want to come work for me? He's got all the fucking work here. He doesn't need this shit. He's been doing shit. So we were talking, but the OB's a good friend. But it's just what it is. It's like you kind of do your shit for a while, and then you forget about the normal stuff that you had to have, and you not paying attention to that. So,
Well, I feel like I checked most of the boxes of these things, unless you got other stories that you want to bring up. Is there any other things you want to hit on?
I think,
you did write a few things down on that paper.
Let's do it.
Come on, hit it up.
So I already said about the ambulance ride, which, I almost lost one leg. I already went through that. But I wanted to talk about my Banshee. My Banshee that you saw my Banshee when we were at the dealership. Remember you got me some rings like at my 97 Banshee. That caught fire back.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah. My 97 Banshee. I still have it.
Was it white or was it blue?
White.
Okay.
I still have it. I still have it in my garage. I'm doing like a full restoration on it.
No shit.
Yeah, I got a place here in Dallas that does powder coating.
I'm going to ask you one question about
Yes,
this.
sir.
And if it's not the right answer, I'm going to tell you get the fuck out. What pipes do you have on it?
I got FMF pipes on it.
Get the fuck out.
The
You
Tommy
got
said,
you got to
Tommy
get the
said,
Toomey.
Tommy said the best.
Yeah.
But now I got a friend that has got Banshees, got probably like 7, 8 Banshees in garage. There's a middle pipe. There's 2 coming out of the front.
Yeah.
But there's only one single pipe coming out of the center. And he said that's the best pipe that makes the best.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, I thought the Toomies was the best.
Yeah, that's what I always
No,
do.
it's just not. This one, the center pipe, is the best pipe that makes
Really?
the horsepower out of it. Except for the side pipes that the drag benches run. But
Yeah.
but like a regular bench is like 2, but the center pipe. I want to ask
Huh.
what the name was on that. He's got it, but
Dude,
yeah.
that you got my interest peaked right
Yeah,
there. 'Cause
yeah.
That's not something I've heard of before.
And he runs. I mean, he's got a guy that he's got like 10 Banshees in his garage right now. It's crazy.
Like
All
around
color-
here?
all yeah, and Woodstock right now. That's the guys that I go ride with.
Oh, okay.
Family, yeah. So yeah, they were like begging me. They're like, "Dude, where's your Banshee gonna be done?" Everybody's got a Banshee. They're hard to find now.
Dude, yeah.
And whoever's got a clean one, they want 10 G's easy for it. And I like that.
That's kind of like those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So him, and then I thought the Tommies was just, but no, he's got a different one. So that Banshee, whenever I was working over there, Freedom, I rebuilt the motor, and you got me some rings from it.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you got me some rings for it. Cause remember where it used to be before Mountain bought
Motions.
Motion.
Yeah, that was where Rolando was. Yeah.
You got me some rings that you had a connection with Rolando.
Oh, yeah,
So you
yeah.
got me some. Somebody used to work on it. You got me
Because
some.
they were trying to get me to come work there, so they'd give me a discount.
Yeah, so you got me some rings for it, and I had it like 25.
That's right, Nathan. Toomies or bust.
Yeah, Tommy's a bus. So you have me, got me some rings there, and I put it together, and I had it in my garage, and my dumbass decided to run the fucker with no expansion pipes on it. Just straight out of the fucking head side of it. And
They don't run.
No, this motherfucker, like, I forgot that I had just put the tank and I spilled some gas under the crankcase there. And as soon as I light it up, a big fireball went and light up a fire. I had the garage open. It's a 2-story house. In the
Is that the house off Chastain?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the garage, the bottom was the basement, the garage. Baby mom's on top. The thing caught some fire. I got it in the garage and trying to push it in a fire outside. While my neighbors outside in the balcony, they're looking at me with the popcorn outside. They're like, "We just called the fire department." And I was like, "God damn, it's on fire. Help me get it out of here." I'm trying to push it out of here. It's on fire. The fireballs are going all the way to the fucking goddamn floor, the second floor. Yeah. And I'm trying to push it on fire outside. Yeah. And so,
man.
it caught fire then. I had it sitting every time I move. I never get rid of it because my mom, when we moved to the States, she bought it for me. So it's
No
like
shit, that's pretty cool.
It's kind of like a gift that she gave me. So and the worst thing about that is we bought it. We were in Kissimmee. And we remember Cycle Trader back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how we found it. We went to Jacksonville to buy it for Christmas time. We bought it. And first weekend out, I blew a rod bearing.
Oh, no.
Blew off. We just paid $3,800 for the fucking thing.
Jeez.
They blew it the first time out, too. So I didn't know. I hadn't gone to MMI yet. So it was one of my things that made me really like finish it up and say, I'm going to MMI next time this thing breaks.
I can fix
I
it.
can fix the shit. So, yeah. So that I still got it. And now hopefully it's come stronger than ever because I'm going to send it. I'm doing a full restart, man. I got some people that's going to do the powder coating. I just bought new brand new OEM plastics for it, which are tough to find.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yamaha fairings, you can't.
Yeah, you can't find
You
fucking
can't. I
OEM
got a guy
plastics for
that told me some
Banshee.
red ones, because those are like discontinued and shit, so you can't even find them. So I bought new ones, and the graphics, 96 graphics for
No shit,
OEM
okay.
graphics. So I'm gonna do powder coating. The motor's gonna be all brand new. I got brand new wire harness. I got gold wheels on it. So those are the factory old wheels that they're not even powder coated, they're anodized shit. So yeah, I'm gonna get anodized. I mean, it's all about money, you know what I'm saying? Because
Well,
other
that's
things take
everything.
projects. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't think next thing you know, you spend here this amount and here. Next thing you know, it's like you're blowing the waters out of this thing. It takes a lot.
So you didn't get the Toomey pipe, right?
No, I got.
And I want to know
Yeah.
what the brand of the pipe of the cooler one is.
Yeah.
But I do, last chance, or
Yeah.
you get kicked out.
Yeah.
What bike was it the motor was in before it went the Banshee? Do you know that?
Yeah, the RD or the RZ.
The RZ.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
Okay.
RD. I had a
No, the
friend that-
RD had a different one, but the
yeah,
RZ.
the RZ, because I know Billy has an
That's what I was about
he's
to
got a
say.
fucking really clean one.
Dude, his is so
it's
badass.
fucking, it's clean
Yellow
as
with
can
the
be.
black fucking Yamaha things down the side.
I mean, the Billy hasn't got touched, because you know what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff like you turn it on and it's good.
Well, a bunch of my friends prank all of our friends where we get nudes on their bikes.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if I got Billy's bike or RZ or not, but
Yeah.
I think I got his RZ. Now I'm curious if I actually did or not. Now I'm gonna look at that later. But
Yeah.
all right, so we had that one. Custom bike. What's stuff? I think we're about wrapped up, bro. Or no, you were reading off your list.
Oh,
Any
yeah,
other-
yeah, Stuart. Okay, I see. I'm forgetting about the stuff over here, but we're not going to forget about it. Okay, so we already got the Banshee on fire out of the way, the helicopter gone. The next going to be a Raptor that I got submarine. So we were riding in that trail I was telling you earlier. It's in Canton, and
It starts with an
Pelosi.
R.
Pelosi was,
Oh yeah, Christian. Yeah.
He knows a lot about that chick, 'cause he's the one that tells me. But we ride over there a lot, and so Alatuna, some part of the lake goes to that trail. There's Rampley Trail out there. So we riding out there, and my boys call me over with the Banshees and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, we have this friend of ours. He wants to get into folders and stuff, but he wants to buy a Raptor 700." And so, I told him, "Hey, I got a guy that I just fixed one, and he might sell it." And so I was able to, get in contact with the guy, and we ended up buying it from him, like a 17, 18 Raptor 700. So we go out there and just do it, and never, he's got the RoboCop fucking suit on, the fucking chest.
Oh yeah, like the Alpine start thing. Yeah.
He got RoboCop shit going on. So we are out there, and this dude, man, like, we get to this part where the lake is, and there's this fucking mud. We're not this mud hole, but just kind of like mud over it. So we're telling him, "Hey, bro, you gotta hit it, because now you're not gonna make it." So he forgot how the brakes work on that, dude. Like, he literally hit it so hard, he fucking flew into the lake. Four-wheeler out there, floating. He's out there. We diving into the lake, just trying to get the goddamn four-wheeler way ahead. God up.
So is the floor like floating on the water, and the dude's just like fucking about to die?
Dude, like, literally.
Because he's got all the shit on, so it's just bringing him down.
Oh, dude, he's fucking. Dude, literally, he hits it so hard that he forgot about the brakes and just went off the thing and landed on the fucking lake there. Yeah. So he had like that to pull him out there, dude. And it was like a submarine. They were like, literally like you said, the fucking boat is floating with the fucking kind of upside down and he out there. Yeah. It was wild like that with him. And after that, you know, I got to drain the water out of the air buckets. Don't want to run anymore. It's done. Because it's got water in it.
Yeah.
And then another one I want to talk about is I had this two guys that live over there off the new racetrack over here, Aqua Dallas Highway, over there by 41 there. They just built.
Yep.
There's like a trailer park, like kind of close there. And so they live over there, and they want to be like singers, so like reggaeton singers and all that. It's just I met them, and so they come to me, and they ended up buying like those dirt bikes, the street dirt bikes, the Chinatown ones that you buy on Amazon ones and shit. The things
to me.
Yeah, it's fucking fall apart. Like everything fall apart out of them bitches. But like they got to my house one day, and my house was up for 92. Like kind of like now they're making it 4 wide over there. My house is a corner house, and so I told him, hey, man, like I don't know, like I just woke up from past day before, and I was kind of blasted off and a hangover, and they're like, oh, we're gonna go get you some beers, and both of them came on the Chinatown. One came on one, and 2 on the other one, and they try to come out of my house over here, and the fucking 92, you know how fucking goddamn semis and everything.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a big fucking.
It's
They try to fucking come out of there, and they had no experience at, so they fucking goose it off. They almost get run over out of there. They fucking goose it, come across, and they land in a big ass fucking hole ditch on there. All of a sudden, the house, they're fucking, they're all in the barrier on the fucking house over there. I'm like, dude, I don't know if they're dead or not. They're just go over there. Yeah, I had to get him out of there. One of this all fucking cripple and shit. The other. But and then my boy's like, hey man, you might want to take the bike to Walmart to get warranty. Oh, I forgot. Walmart they keep warranty on them because you know how Walmart sells in Chinatown. So he said you might want to get the warranty on it. But they won't do warranty on the Walmart, and so it's like a funny thing with them guys. But yeah, because that's like the big thing, and like, you know, like back in, like, you know, like motorcycles are dangerous as fuck. But
what? I don't know what you're talking about.
But it's not just that they're dangerous. It's that you know, if you get on,
it's like a disrespect thing,
right?
If you don't respect what you're doing,
so not just anybody can get on them.
Yeah.
And so everyone, you know, there's somebody that think I could just get on them and go, and it's not like that. It could fucking make it. Really, like, I mean, I have some stories that I don't want to like talk about here because there's some sad stories where I see my friends one day and then the next day I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those
There's
some sad stories about that. So it's just they're you gotta respect them. I mean, like sometimes there's people that they just get in this Chinatown shit and just get out there and hey, that can change in a matter of moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and it's not a game, so you know, just everybody gotta treat them with respect and enjoying them at the same time. So
yeah,
it's the best.
No, I mean, dude, there's some sad stuff going on in the like in the motocross community right now. Like people getting paralyzed.
In Australia, some dude
the dude lost his life.
Yeah. And
it's
sad though.
Yeah, but it's one of those things like if you push yourself so close to the limit, you're living better than most people that are not doing these things will ever live in their life.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people that I've talked to and they hear the things that I've done or how many bones have you broke, you know what I mean? And I'm like,
but
you know, I gotta fix that. It's actually this thing that's fucking it up. But
Yeah.
Fucking Puerto Ricans.
Yeah,
goddamn.
he just fucked that up. But I'm
You
sorry.
took our jobs and you took our.
God damn, dude. That's so funny, dude.
No, but back to the serious thing. Like, dude, like, I'm fucked up. I can barely walk. I can barely go to the gym and do these workouts I've been doing. But it's like, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Well, I mean,
you know what I mean?
the gym is no joke either. I mean, well, I don't want to wake up every day and I'd be skipping the hell out of it. I was for the last 2 weeks. It's the past 2 weeks before I've been going to the gym. And then family comes, I drink with Campfire, like, skipping it up. I'm just not going to go today. And so I mean, it's tough. It is. It's not for everybody. I mean, you got to be disciplined. You got to do your stuff, and you got to maintain
anybody
it.
can go to a gym.
Yeah.
There's not many people that can get on a fucking bike and do some fucking crazy shit.
Yeah,
you know?
maintain it,
So,
though, for sure.
I don't know. There's just like I don't know. I feel like there's like and that's what brings a lot of motorcycle people together is like, you've got some screws loose.
Yeah.
That makes you go, you know what? You're my people because you're just as fucked up as me because you don't give a fuck.
I think it's more like, I think it's more like you gotta have the balls to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Because I've gone, back in the day when Matt Shoot first built at Highland Park over there in track, and we used to go ride back in this one. My son was born. And he was like, that was like 13 back in the day. And so I went a couple times over there, and then Billy was like, hey, I like first times around there, I like come short in this big double. There's a fucking case of shit, fucking handlebars over the front, you know what I'm saying? Case of shit. Then fucking Billy's like, yo, next time you get around there, hey, goose that fucking thing up and get over. That's the only way you're going to get over. And it's up to you to have to. But the balls to really do it.
Dude, there's something amazing at the fact that you're going to look at something and be fucking scared out of your mind.
Yeah.
But go,
I'm going to do it.
You know what I mean?
Like, it takes the balls to do it.
Like, I feel like that's what brings most,
that's it. You got the guts and the balls to do it.
You got to have the guts.
Yeah, you got to have it. Because not everybody...
you got to have some stupidity.
Right.
You got to be a little...
Because you're like, come on.
You know what?
It's going to work. It's not going to work. You know? It's
a lot of times it hasn't worked for me.
It has to work. Yeah. For sure, man. For sure.
All right, so we should wrap the show. Jose, I'm so glad that you came and did this.
Thanks for the opportunity, for sure. I'm
going to actually replay the tech tip that I had earlier because I'm fucking embarrassed at the fact that I messed that up. And then I'm going to play out my kids' little moto story. Should I do the moto story first? I'll do the moto story first so you can hear it.
I'm going to take it.
And then we'll wrap up the show. Wait, what? What are you doing? Oh, you gotta take a pee? Hey, there's tweezers in there if you need, bro. Alright, so we're wrapping this thing up. Here's my kid's little moto story from a few weeks ago where he's so proud to ride this trail that he rode. Go.
So, Mom, guess what? It's the first time on me with Wildcat, and I did so good.
How many times did you do it?
2 times.
How many times did you crash?
Only 2.
That's right. And the first time was because what?
Because my brakes, I did my brakes, but they got a bunch of
mud in them.
Mud and dirt and stuff in it.
And what happened with the second crash?
I forget.
You went through a mud puddle?
Yeah, I went through a mud puddle.
And then what happened with the front end? It's like...
It tilted over.
Yep. And then what'd you say? Do you remember?
No.
I think you were like, I'm good. That didn't hurt. I used my elbow to help me crash.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else to say?
Yep. One more thing.
What's that?
Bye.
I think I'm going to use this for my show.
All right, so that was actually the first just audio only version of my kid's little stories he gave. So he was pretty pumped to tell that one. So, oh, you're back. You done peeing? Okay. All right. All right. We checked all the boxes for the show. Oh, dude, this is one thing I wanted to mention earlier. So, Pulp MX is doing a last chance LCQ race tomorrow. They do prop bets. So, anyone can offer money to help support the cause. This is the first year I got to offer a prop bet. Last year I wanted to do it, but I started my show like a month too late. Yeah. So I'm coming up on like 1 year of doing the show. Super happy about that. But I'm a part of the LCQ race. Super good. Glad to be part of it. And the thing that I'm doing a prop bet of is biggest dumpster fire. So dumpster fire. So the person who
Because the biggest
got the best start and just lost the most. So if you started and you were like third and you ended up like 20th,
then you're done.
$100.
All right.
Yeah. So
who you think is gonna get it then?
no, I honestly don't know. Like
how many people will show up over there?
No. So it's the people that have been racing Supercross for this whole season.
Okay.
And who didn't make the main.
Okay. So
top
whoever
four,
they make it.
Yeah. So top 4 from the LCQ gets into the main.
Okay.
5 through math. I'm Florida. I can't do that math.
Right.
5 through 22.
Okay.
They earn points to make it to this race. So it's like a unique thing that's been going on for. It's been going on for a little bit while. But the actual race has been going on for like 3 years.
Okay.
Or this is the 3rd year. So super happy to be a part of that. If anybody knows anything about the Pulp LCQ race tomorrow, it's going on live. I think around like 2 or 3 LCQ time. So, all right, I'm gonna replay my tech tip so people can see it, and I'm gonna do my outro, and the show's done. So Jose, once again, had some good stories. Get your grandpa in '93 to get him to start telling you some stories. You know what? Actually, this is what you need to do. As he starts telling you stories, break out your notes in your phone and just take little things, because that would be so amazing to have. That'd be so good. So anybody watching or listening, I thank you. I'm sorry for all the fuck ups that happened earlier today. It's the Puerto Ricans' fault.
Today.
Yeah,
got a lot of fuck ups today.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Gotta happen with the Puerto Ricans on. Gotta blame the Puerto Rican. Sure.
You took our jobs.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Have a good evening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right, got another tech tip. With Francis watching. Francis, what are you doing? So, straighten radiators. They're all tweaked and mangled and bent. Of course, take the shrouds off, but you can see how tweaked these things are. They're down that way a little bit. So, 4-point strap down. That means all 4 sides get strapped down. Subframe, back over there. You can take a jack, take a 2x4. You can kind of put them in there for where they need to go up. You want to try to get it into there, because that can push in get it in there, because that can push up a little bit, but you kind of move it around as needed. But I'd say first, straighten it this way, then worry about going up with it if needed. If the bike can be warm, that's better, because warm aluminum is more pliable. But I'll show you what it looks like in a bit. All right, look at the results. All I did was grab right there, and I grabbed right here, and I twisted. And then I took a little trick I'm going to show you guys on the other side to pull that out, because that sucker was in. So let's go look at the other side now. Oh, got knocked the fuck out. Alright, look how far in this thing is. That's not even good. You, man, it looks so much worse in person. Alright, she all squished in. A little further out. We'll look at it this way. Alright, to be continued. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can set this on this. Let you guys see what exactly I'm doing here. Yeah. one by 10 packs. Probably gonna go a little bit wider to start out. And you go right up to it, all right? Nope. Need to go in one click. Maybe go two. All right. Look at that. All right, pulled it a little bit. Go. One more click in. Set it back up. It's a process. Oops, it's a little too far forward. Make sure you don't get into the fins. Believe it or not, these radiators, pretty thin, easy aluminum to work with. You just have to be careful not to puncture and rip something while you're doing this. That's when you get leaks. That's when you gotta break out the special welding rods that I have. That aren't fun. Already you can see that's way better. I'll show you the finished product in a second. Alright. It's pretty straight now. You can tell by looking at it, right? But it does need to go up. That's where the jack and tube reversers come in. Alright, this gives a pretty good angle of how down it is. About to shove this in there. Alright, let's see if I can shove this thing in here again. You can see how it happens. Magic happens. I already went up a good bit, but you gotta kind of control it with your hand too. Yep, I see the whole bike trying to lift up. That's why you do 4 points of harness. Alright, coming back down. Alright. She still needs a little bit tweaking this way. You always go just a little past where you think he needs to be, and then come back. Now, we have a pretty damn straight radiator. It's in a little bit right there, but it'll still grab to that. Say it's way better than spending $400 on a radiator. This took me, if I wasn't filming, usually takes me a total of 15 to 20 minutes max. So.
You wanna talk about a leap of faith? A half-cocked shot right in the darkness. Flip cups and rolling dice. We gave no fucks, now who thinks twice, yeah. And when this roll turned slower, felt like it was trying to shake us. Held on to what we knew. It could try, but it never break us. It could try, but it never break us. Ready or not, this is who we wanted to be. Ready or not for the day we waited to see. We're the spirit that cannot be broken. We got nothing, so here goes nothing. And now you talk about us coming up like we can't function on this level. You laugh at who we are. You're the joke that's taken too far.